Hello, Twitch chat. Welcome back to this very special November Nova Cup Day 1 group stage. With me on the casting couch is none other than the friendly Shadowings. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. And today it's Nova Cup. How can
Today
we not
is
be excited?
today is Nova Cup, and Shadow. Look, it's been far too long since we've had you on the cast. Used to be a bit of a regular fixture. I understand that you've had some very busy times with your PhD lately, so it's fantastic to get you back. Your camera appears to have frozen. Oh, we got you back. Amazing. So yeah, it's really great to have you back on the cast, and I hope everything's going well with your PhD.
Yeah, we're almost done with it, but I'm glad also to make time for Nova Cup commentary.
I mean, of course, it's priorities, right? Like finishing your doctorate, sure. Like if you get some spare time, you can do that. But really, it's all about making time for the Nova Cup cast.
Of course, of
Of
course.
course. And Shadow, not only is it the last Nova Cup of 2025, we tend to skip December for holidays, but on top of that, Legion, Team Legion, in partnership with Makeship.com, have released this very special Legion TD2 hoodie. And have you seen this, Shadow? It looks pretty swish, right?
It is very interesting to have a hoodie. I mean, it's way more versatile than a plushie. I mean, you can wear it and just say it in public at a two-play Legion TD2, and everybody looks like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And so you can explain. You can
I mean,
explain and talk to the
it
people.
looks really nice. And remember, guys, it's only available from now until the 12th of December. So essentially, what I'm saying is go and buy it right now. Otherwise, you could miss your opportunity forever. In fact, I'm going to buy 4, I think, Shadow, for me and the whole family, so that we
Yeah,
can
I mean,
match.
you'll go together.
Yeah. We need to
But
wear our
Penny,
matching Legion hoodies.
first. It is not the only way to get the hoodie.
Oh, how else can you get a hoodie, Shadow?
Well, those who participate in Nova Cup,
Uh
if they win their division,
huh.
they get a hoodie too.
Wow! That's incredible! That's amazing. So not only the usual Nova Cup prizes, the premium essence, the cash prizes, but a hoodie as well? Holy
Yep.
moly, Team Legion feeling generous this month.
But also, if you are lucky enough to get in Division 1, the second place get also the hoodie, if I read that correctly.
Ah, okay. So the finalists, both teams in the final will get their hoodies. Not just the winners. That's pretty exciting. For Division 1, right? For Division 1.
Yeah, only for Division
Only
1.
for Division 1. Okay, sorry about that, Division 2. You've got to win if you want to get the hoodie. In fact, do you know what I said? 4, I think I'm going to buy 8. Just so that, because we'll need something to wear when they're in the wash, right? Like,
Yeah,
just for
true,
hygiene
true.
reasons, we'll need spares.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, enough about the hoodie, Shadow. Enough about the hoodie. What about the games? So the first match we're going to watch today is Atrocity and Isolde. They're going to be facing Adams and Fuzzle Beast. So that's a pretty exciting matchup. What do you think about that one?
It's looking like a great matchup, but it's just I think that one of the player is not in the right lobby currently, so I just write that
Okay.
here.
I tell you what, one of the casters is not in the right lobby either, so maybe I'll try and get into there while you figure out what's going on with the
Okay,
players
yeah,
as
it's
well.
good. Okay, it was just a slight joke by the player.
Ah, I see,
It's
I
fine.
see.
But yeah, I mean, Atrocity and pairing up with Isolde, which is also known as Lil Bro.
Mhm.
Um, that's the name, Lil Atrocity. And they're gonna be facing Hehe, Adams, and Fizzlebear. I mean, two of those two teams, like they've never been matched together. I mean, those are new pairings.
I don't
So
think they've ever played together before, have they, either? So it's a bit of a pick-up group this time around. But having said that, all 4 very, very talented players, right?
yeah, but it is extremely crucial this patch that you work very well with the player you're with, because especially this month,
Mhm.
it appears that the early mistakes are heavily punished. The king is like paper. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I've
it doesn't
noticed.
handle a single brute.
I've,
Like it would just
I've noticed. Trust me. Yeah, I think you were casting one of my games on the ladder where I died on wave 6 or 7 or something.
There's many games I've casted that have ended on 6 and 7, but
Yeah.
let's hope for the viewers and for drops and for all those who enjoys long days where the casters are out of breath at the last game of the day, that we get all 3 games going very, very long and no game 6
Well,
ending.
we had that last month. Let me tell you, I think last month Saturday was possibly the longest stream on record. Every single game went best of 3. Every single individual game was like wave 17 plus, and that was a long old day. But yeah, we'll have to see what the players have in store from us. Remember, folks, the record in Nova Cup is a wave 5 victory. That was, of course, X-God Ashton. Four Eyes on Five. I believe Nick Tia might have made a song about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone can beat that. Like, it's going to be really difficult to beat a Wave 5 victory.
You'll need to be very committed for a Wave 4 win if you want to make that happen.
Yeah.
But it will be extra difficult because the preferred masterminds are extremely defensive due to the fact that the king is paper. So you won't see many chaos. You won't see many castle. I mean, if I say a castle, I'd say, well, good try. Let's see next game.
It's really interesting that you say that, actually, because Adams, of course, and Atrocity as well, both quite well-known chaos abusers, the pair of them. So if you're saying they're one of their favoured masterminds is a bit out of favour at the moment, what kind of playstyles would you expect them to go for instead?
I mean, I've been looking, and they've replaced it with redraw, which is much more stable than chaos, especially against early aggression. But also Sabata and finally Lock-in. I mean, those are the mastermind they prefer. I mean, personally, I don't really like the Saboteur, but the logic is that you have more gold to defend. And with the bounty change, like, we need to mention it, like, the bounty change makes everybody poor.
Yeah, that is true. It's just
you kill
less...
a mercenary,
yeah,
you get half the gold.
Yep. And you leak a mercenary, you get half gold as well. So it is just less gold in the game, full stop, right?
Yeah, and so I've yet to see any cash out, but cash out becomes, like, on paper, very good due to the fact there's less gold in the game also.
Yeah, interesting. I also have a bit of a sleeper mastermind. This is kind of a discussion that I had with the old Julesinator at some point last week. Yeah, a sleeper. So I think Scrapper is actually really strong at the moment. I don't think it's fun to play. Those are two things. I think fun and strength are two different things. I think Scrapper is kind of sad to play, especially with all of the other masterminds being buffed to 70. So it feels like you're not getting anything special, but having like looked around into the stats, I actually think it's really strong. That ability to like flex your build or the rest of it is really good in, especially like you say, in current meta where those early game leaks are so important. Like if you can just sell your I don't know, what do you want to say? Just sell your
Berserker.
Your Berserker on 7 because you're getting a Mimic or something and turn it into a Banana Bunk. Or you want to sell your Orchid or anything like that where it's done its job. It's given you a really strong early game pressure, push, all the rest of it. And it becomes a liability because it's super weak on 7, 8, 9, you know, the kind of waves where really big sends start coming out. Sell it for 85%, turn it into a unit that's an absolute banger on the wave, hold the big send, win the video game. That's I think it's a really strong thing. I don't know if any of the teams are going to pick up on that, so I'll be interested to see if they do.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's basically you have Punch Up at your disposal right from the start. And yes, it's a bit less strong when Punch Up is in the game for later waves, but in the early game, just having that flexibility of having that Punch Up is like very strong.
Yeah. And well, even if it's a game that does have Punch Up in it, right? You just get a different Mastermind spell, a different Legion spell. You effectively have two on the go at once. Like, hey, we've been babbling on for a little while. We do now have a full lobby, so ready when you
want to do a prediction?
A prediction, okay.
I think we're up to this, right?
I think
Because now
we
everybody's
should.
there.
I think we should predict. I am gonna go Adams and Fuzzlebear on this one. I think. I think it's very close, as it always is, right? Like the first game of Nova Cup, this is kind of giving it away for the folks at home. But in the first game, we always tend to cast the two teams who are closest together in Elo. So when we say, like, oh, it's so hard to call, that's because it is. Like, it is the two closest teams in the whole tournament. But genuinely, I think it's probably, like, I don't know, more or less 50-50. But I'm just going to go on the side of Adams and Fizzlebear just because I want them to win. Nothing more to
you know
it.
what? It's fair point. It's fair point. But I'm gonna give it to the Excel master. He said that he passes hours in Excel building his builds and work looking at the squares. So I'm gonna give it to Atrocity just for the Excel sheets.
Okay, I mean, I am a fan of spreadsheets, so we'll see if it's going to pay off for him here. It looks like the players are ready, so we should get the lobby on the way as soon as Atrocity realizes that he's the lobby leader and has to press go.
I mean, it's always the thing, right? It's always the lobby leader that has this task of remembering that he is the one that has to press it.
Yeah, it's
It
difficult.
has happened in the past that they've forgotten to press it,
It's
and we're waiting
difficult
for
to do.
10 minutes. No,
Yeah,
not 10 minutes.
Oh, but Shadow, here we go. The button has been pressed. The players are loading, and game number 1 is here. Let's go!
Ooh, and we have a sweet little Legion's build here to start off. We have Hyper Carry if we get there, and we have the champion chosen by Atrocity.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, so hyper carry on a champion. He doesn't have necessarily the best targets available because I really like to put it on something that tanks and deals damage. But like a Gatling gun is still pretty damn good with a champion hyper carry.
Yeah, and especially also he has the ceiling in his role, and it compensates for the wave 3 weakness of the gun because it reduces the amount of hit the gun requires on the wave by 1. So it's really a huge difference if he decides to go that route as an opener too.
Oh, that's pretty juicy. Shadowwing's there with the knowledge bomb. Oh yeah, okay, well, Lil Atrocity on the left, that is of course Atrocity and Isolde, and Team Hee that on the right, that is Fuzzlebear and Adams. We do have a Chaos pick, actually, from Isolde, so casters immediately being proved wrong here, as is tradition.
It's one of the better Chaos opener that you can have. Rats with Chaos, that's exactly what you want. It enables you to have the ability to shift gold more easily, to check for better units on the following waves. So it's what, in terms of Chaos opener, that's the best you can get.
Yeah, pretty juicy.
And we also have the champion on Fizzlebear going for that hyper carry also. So everybody trying to play around that hyper carry in 2 different manners, 2 with champions and 2 with getting the best unit possible for it.
And Fuzzlebear, by the way, like, he has an insane role for that champion hyper carry. Like, he has the Butcher, he has the Shadow Dancer, and if you end up with a champion hyper carry Dread Knight lifesteal on the board, I mean, you kind of just win the video game, right? So we'll have to keep an eye on his lane in the later stages of the game. He still has a reroll as well, so like he could, in theory, still find APS or something like that to make it go even more bonkers.
I mean, APS is the premium that you're looking for, of course. You can also look for Tree of Life, but then you have healing on top of healing, so it might just be redundant. But yeah, I mean, the reroll can be crucial for Fizzlebear. And also, it's like, how are people going to play it? Because now we are having the first skip of the game, so it's still early. But it's all day very tricky to know when you want to long save into.
Mm-hmm. Adams, meanwhile, leaking to the no send here with his Whirlybird opener, perhaps cosplaying Fiesta, but he Fiestant.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 6 worker, quite stable, and Whirlybird is one of those openers that, I mean, if left unchecked, can be very high worker on wave 5 already.
Yeah. Talking about high workers, though, here we have a Atrocity with a big 7 on the board already. Isolde, of course, he's further behind, but he has been treasure hunting for the first 3 waves, so... Kind of makes
Yeah,
up for
2
it.
on wave 1 and 1 on wave 2. It's going to be 1 on wave 3 as well.
Let's get a quick check on that total Mythium, actually. Yeah, so Isolde, despite being by far the lowest worker count in the game, does have the highest Mythium count, at least until now.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at the builds, when are we looking at? I mean, the casket, we're always thinking about 5 or 6. The rats also, but then we have the Sea Dragon Treant, very well maneuvered by Isolde also, so he's gonna be quite safe. So
Oh, seems we've lost Shadow for a second there, so I'm going to have to try and keep the show on the road. Here we have Atrocity upgrading the casket into that potential weak wave 4, but crucially, Adams is not sending his Mythium here, so Atrocity's second upgrade on the casket, very, very strong on 4, but an absolute liability on waves 5 and 6, so we'll have to see what Adams decides to do to try and make him pay.
yeah, sorry about that slight issue sometimes with the connection, but it's normally short spanned.
All good, all good. Good to have you back. And yeah, Adam's really starting to pile on the pressure here, Shadow. He's over 100 Mythium already here on wave 4. I know you're a big fan of this. What do you think he's going to do?
Yeah, I mean, that was my point, is that I wasn't sure if it was 5 or 6 against Atrocity, but in any case, it will be hard to send against Isolde, so income from Fizzlebear is what I like to see, and Death Wave 5 is coming in the end. But, I mean, Atrocity, he will be able to kill some of the wave, because he's going for that Vertibird, which is high damage, but not much more than the Scorpion King and maybe one more, just because of the Hermit being present.
Right. Atrocity is forced to use his champion here, so there it goes on the casket. Not exactly the hyper carry that he was hoping for, perhaps, but needs must. He can't afford to leak everything here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a tricky position. I mean, it's the choice of the opener. Yes, it's one opener that allows you to be high worker, but you're vulnerable on that wave 5.
I mean, he is leaking pretty big here, 75% despite using that champion as well. I have to wonder if the champion actually made a difference. He only really killed the Scorpion King. Do you think he would have been able to get the kill without it?
Yeah, you would have been able. Like I said, it's like the Scorpion King +1, and that was whether or not he get the champion. So
Yeah.
it's not the best decision, but sometimes you just hope it makes a difference.
I kind of wonder why he opted not to open with the Gatling gun in the first place, right? Like, get your champion on the board.
It's the choice of just, I want worker now, fast, and casket is the best for that. So it's that mindset of, I need worker as soon as possible. But in his position, gun would have been more stable, would have allowed him to have an early champion. And I mean, it would have been the best champion target he could have had. So maybe it's just a thing that he's not used to going champion. So having a slower opener is not as comfortable. I mean, you start with 0 income with champion, so it can make sense that you're not confident on that opener.
And we're talking about big sends, but Adams is actually receiving 160 Mythium here on wave 6 Shadow. So Isolde, he's looking out for his big bro Atrocity. He's saying, you starve my guy, I am going to punish you in return. And there we have it. 88% is the leak on Adams, and Isolde really piling on the pressure.
And a Fizzlebear is not able to cover in the middle that much, so it's going to be king damage in return as well. So
he doesn't even get one! Perhaps slightly unfortunate targeting there in the mid, but yeah, didn't even kill a single creep. And Team Hehe, they're dropping King HP pretty rapidly now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good recognition by Isolde to go for a long save against the one who is long saving as well. So it keeps both players in the game. And it is Adams coming out a bit behind on this trade.
Yeah. Atrocity does, of course, upgrade the Iron Maiden, so really trying to make the most of that champion buff. Perhaps still a little bit unfortunate that he was forced to use it there on that wave 5, although having said that, he doesn't really have quite the same level of hyper carry in his role that we see here in Fizzlebear's lane. So, kind of makes sense to use it early. Fizzlebear, of course, is holding that champion. definitely expect to see it come out on the Shadow Dancer in the next wave or two.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Atrocity needs to be careful on 8. I guess he got a snail here, but that's just a bait. And Fizzlebear is saving a lot currently, and he's going for that ogre.
There it comes, the yellow guy. Adams doesn't have quite as much Mythium, so not able to pressure in the same way, just goes for income, in fact. So Ogre is the problem. What is the solution for Isolde?
I mean, he's going to go for the Trinity Archer, but that's probably the thing that's going to get stuck on that ogre, so he will be leaking, and he will hope to ignore that ogre. But I don't think he can ignore it.
Something he could do is sell the Proton now at 70% and add a Poliwag to pull the Ogre right.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing he could do, but it is not something he is doing.
It's not a thing he is doing, no, that is true. Possibly a deadly mistake. The Archer, though, is absolutely slicing through those backline Cobras as if they were made out of butter. Now onto the Ogre. Will he kill it? He does, and easily. Is this just a full hold here from Isolde? 260 Mythium is the send. He makes it look easy.
The delay on the split, I mean, we doubted the split, but the delay on the split was the difference maker. The Ogre isolated, that's where the Trinity Archer shines, when target is isolated.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm having a quick look over at Fizzlebear's lane, and it looks like I don't know, I think I've got double vision. The Shadow Dancer and the clones are attacking so quickly there, but it's still not enough. Does small leak there to the mole send?
Yeah, I mean, the early aggression only working against Atrocity on 5 and against Adams on 6. The send on 8, not as successful.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's been a lot of split sending so far this game. The teams are kind of focusing on leaking their opposite number rather than getting king damage together. We'll have to see how it pays off. It's kind of interesting that both teams going for the same strategy, actually. And now we have Adams and Isolde both going for big sends on 9.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a question of what's the builds, right? Because Isolde was very strong on 5, but then Atrocity is very weak on 5. So it's kind of the nature of the builds and how well the players are covering each other with their builds currently.
Yeah, for sure. This should almost certainly be a decent leak on Adams there. His build just does not look very strong on 9 at all. Meanwhile, for Atrocity, I mean, he has got that Boom Tree, which, as we all know, is broken on 9, and as a result, Shadow, is he just holding? 220 Mythium?
It's close to. The mole is quite tanky.
Mole is a hazard. He does kill it. Does he have enough left in the tank for the Hermit as well? I believe he does.
It's close, but yes, it is.
Yeah, just barely. Having said that, Adams' leak was actually much smaller than I expected as well, given that almost his entire build is like range pierce damage. I kind of thought he wouldn't do quite so well, but he does.
And the aggression doesn't stop. That's another send coming on 10.
Yeah. Isolde with the resend, actually. Okay.
And against the Shadow Dancer, saying 10 is kind of what you want, so that you can have the leverage to go a bit longer, like 13, 14. 11, 12 is not typically something you look for. While in his current state, like 12 could have been something you look for, but I think everybody's going for hyper carry or investment, so will be a pretty slow mid game, I would say.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Atrocity will go hyper carry, honestly, given that he had to use his champion on a casket, right? Like, you never really want a hyper carry casket, I don't think.
I don't think so either, but he has the reroll, which I would think he uses it so that he can have the option of having it. If he doesn't find anything, he could go for villain.
Yeah, fair enough. Good call. Fuzzlebear instantly sniping the Power Mercenary sends, by the way, will still leak, but the percentage is going to be quite small as a result. Atrocity feeds a shot down, though, just to a Dino and a Snail, though both members of Hehe do leak, and that does equal a little bit more king damage here on Wave 10.
Yeah, I mean, it sets up the mid game. Now, a very low push by Fizzlebear and Adams. A little bit of a higher push from Atrocity and Isolde, but I think both teams want to look for 13 or 14, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that,
There is, of course, the Hypercarry snap pick by Fuzzlebear. I mean, his entire game so far has been leading towards that, so no surprises there. Adams with the egg here on 11. Will it be an Adams egg? I have a feeling it might be. Like, he's severely lacking tank value here.
I mean, this thing is quite strong, so it might still be okay. By the way, Atrocity is still stuck on his reroll, and he does find his Avenger, so that will be the hyper carry on the Avenger, I think. Does he pick it? Yes.
Oh, beast. Yeah. Your call was spot on there, Shadow. He played in his reroll, he found the unit, he picked the spell. You say it's strong, but it's also wasted the first, 10 seconds of the wave living up to its name and just crawling slowly forwards.
I mean, they're strong, and then after there's positioning to be consistent.
Yeah.
On paper, it's pretty strong. Now it's just, does it reach the wave to be strong? So
I mean, this is a leak, right? There's 3 creeps there.
Yeah,
it is an Adamas egg!
First game, we got it.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Nova Cup without an Adam's egg on 11.
No, of course not. I mean, it's just a tradition at this point. But it's a slower wave, which benefits the Soldin Atrocity on paper because they are slightly ahead in workers, and also they lose a bit of value with the egg being down.
We await your orders.
Looking at the values, I mean, 13 is very possible to see happen. I mean, we have the Avenger, which should be able to cover on the side of Atrocity.
Yep.
But I think every other builds can have some kind of difficulty on 13.
Nobody is really pushed at all, though. So Fuzzlebear and Adams chilling down there on 14. Atrocity and Isolde a little bit higher, but not by much.
Yeah, it's just because of the nature of Hypercarry being present and the fact that the builds are looking pretty strong, so they aim for a longer save, but the values are not following, and that's why I say maybe 13 is still possible against Fizzle and Adams.
You look at this thing go, dude! I can't see what's happening here. There's so many clones attacking so quickly.
Okay, so they recognize 13 is coming, but one team is going for income.
Okay, that is interesting. We do have the Dread Knight upgraded with, of course, the Hypercarry now at 2 stacks. That thing has 20% attack speed bonus with the champion on top. I mean, you don't really think of Dread Knight as being a good unit for Wave 13, but when it's this buffed up to the gills, is it just going to be fine? Four Eyes is not Descent.
Yeah, the Descent is a bit confusing, to be honest, because it's one of the wave where sending Pack Leader against Red Knight is good, but the 4 Eye is just getting lost in all the clones, no?
Yeah. I mean, the sends are still pretty big. We've got 440 for Fuzzlebeast, we've got 500 for Adams. This Dread Knight is what I want to keep my eyes on, though, because the number of clones that thing spits out is directly related to his holding potential. Still going, hasn't even been targeted yet. Half of the wave is dead. Meanwhile, his partner's lane, Adams, is leaking half of the wave. There we have it, 54%. The Dread Knight is still pumping, by the way. 4 Eyes just can never get on top of it. Every time the 4 Eyes kills a clone, there's another one ready to spawn. I mean, this is crazy. It is on it now. It is on it now. But too little, too late, I think.
I mean, it's gonna be a 4 Eye leak, which is good king damage.
Yeah,
But
okay.
maybe not as big as they would have wanted, but I think part of it is just the nature of the Descent.
Yeah. I mean, the clones are even taking the 4 Eyes down to near enough half HP, so that potential king damage has been lessened somewhat. But yeah, there we have it. Fuzzlebear, he's minus 270 value. His biggest unit is a Dread Knight on 13, but when it is buffed up so much with Lifesteal, with Champion, with Hypercarry, thank you very much, Jules, you see how well it performs.
I mean, now it's just that we need to see a 15 happen against the Dread Knight. I mean, you don't really want to go 16 against it, not with these buffs. So, I mean, I don't think they pushed enough to have that possibility. So it looks like they want to still go 16 against that.
Yeah, neither side has really pushed too much after that Wave 13 send. A couple of workers here and there, but nobody going overly aggressive right now. I think as far as the Solday and Atrocity are concerned, they're in such a strong spot economically. They don't really need to make a high-risk play right now.
And it's like you have 81% chance for Atrocity and Solday, but the income is like dead even. So it's just a question of the nature of the builds currently, because it's just equal value, equal income. It's like, then what are the weak waves? And with Dread Knight, the further you go, the less weak waves there is. So it becomes a real issue to try and manage.
Yeah, true.
So 15 is skipped, so it is going to be a 16 send. I mean, I don't see anybody going further than that.
And it has to be, right? And then if it does come down to 16, which side do we think that favours? Adams doesn't look amazing there. He has a lot of, like, fortified armour and impact damage. Fuzzlebear, I mean, on paper, again, Fuzzlebear shouldn't be great on 16, but we've seen how well this thing did on 13, and by the time we get to 16, it's just got another 3 stacks of the Hypercarry buff. It's going to pop off, Shadow.
Yeah, and also there's a slight advantage. Adams is redraw, so he can find pyros, he can find flower. He already has flowers, so if he wants to do flowers, but did not prepare any, so it won't be a high number of flowers.
Can I ask, by the way, why did Fuzzlebear not roll Bone Warrior instead of Proton? Like, is he stupid?
Did he have the choice?
I don't think he had the choice, but that's what I mean. Like, surely a smart player would have just rolled it in the first place.
He just didn't pay Drashir enough money. What do you want me to say?
See.
It's just at one point, Drashir needs to make a living, and he just needs the money. So if you don't give him the money, he doesn't give you the bone.
Yeah, fair enough. Quid pro quo. Well, here we have it, Shadow. Big sends coming out from both Atrocity and Isolde. Adams, perhaps rightly realising that he doesn't have the power to leak Atrocity here on 16, just going for the Incon King, making sure the team is fully upgraded on that King. Both members of He, though, pretty far under value, did roll the flower, so let's see. Everything comes down to this now, I feel.
I mean, I'm kind of confused about the send by Atrocity into Fizzlebear. I get a mole and a Needler. I mean, the Needler is for the Orchids, but isn't the Dread Knight the problem?
I mean, I'm trying to click on it. Oh, there, I've got it! It was difficult to click on. It's still popping off. It is now being focused, though, by the entire wave, actually. So the clones, they didn't spawn fast enough, perhaps.
But there's still another one.
There's another one?
I think there's another one.
It's just impossible to click on anything in all of this, Merlin. There is another one. It's not the champion one, but it is still popping off. He has killed the entire wave. I don't think he can ever kill this Needler with 7 stacks. Look how fast that thing's attacking. But yeah, that's a very small leak there for Fizzlebear. The Needler will at least calm down by the time it reaches the King, and they will survive this, I believe.
They will, but again, it's just I need to question like I don't know if it's me that don't understand how to send against the Dread Knight, or it's just that I don't feel this is the strongest send against Dread Knight or against this board.
Yeah, the Needler was perhaps questionable. Maybe a bit of a mixed send, because, I mean, it's obviously good at killing Orchids and such. And then by the time it gets onto the Dread Knight, like we saw, it has 7 stacks and it's just attacking at the speed of light. It's not terrible. I think I probably would still have preferred Witches.
Yeah, that was my thinking, because you counter both the Swift and Fortified. But one thing to point out, Adams only went for pre-income and saved the rest of his midterm, so he's currently having a lot of bricks against Atrocity, but Atrocity is still on value.
Yeah, Atrocity is a pretty strong spot, actually. Both Isolde and Atrocity on those 50 gold shutdowns.
I mean, he is building a garden currently, so that is some value.
Oh, he is. He's going to be gaining value each wave with those Sakuras. Yeah, good shout there, Shadow. I mean, how much do they gain on, like, wave 17, right? So it's 1400 HP currently. Let's see what it is at the start of the wave.
Wait, Adams keeps pushing. Do they go 18? No, right?
He just called the Sui for 19, I guess, where Fuzzlebear is so strong with this insanely buffed Dread Knight. It's up to 43% attack speed now, by the way, Shadow. Like, that's fast.
Yeah, but this is just so good because we are forcing the strong wave of Fizzleberg. I mean, even if he doesn't hold, the delay will be like, it's just gonna be so long.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think Atrocity and Soldi are just gonna leak a lot on 19 especially with the addition of Arcturs. That's one thing.
I mean, I'm not certain that Fuzzlebear's going to hold. Like, he's already 1,000 under value, and sure, that Dread Knight is insane, but there's very little tank value in front of it.
Yeah, I'm not talking about holding, I'm talking about the delaying. I think he has the best delay, so I think like leaking slow is more valuable than holding if you're Fizzleberg currently.
Shadow, what is going on? Like, if you just look at lane 3, there's massive swords flying all over the place.
Just look very carefully and you'll see that they are just mirror images. It's not different units, it's just one unit.
Oh, so you're saying I am seeing double then? I see. I need to book in my optician's appointment, I think, in that case. Dams did, of course, leak the no send. He has gone that full Sui route here to try and break Atrocity on 19. The question now is, will Fizzlebear be able to stall out for long enough to win the game? Remember, Shadow, even if he holds the longest, Team Hehe are very far behind in terms of King HP. So not only do they need to win the race, but it needs to be by quite some margin if they are to pick up the win here on 19.
No, the thing that Fizzle needs to do is not add those spoilers, is to boost those orchids and spam those slimes. You just need to spam stuff. You know, Atrocity's not sending witches.
You just need delay, right? That's all it has to be, yeah.
And so the slimes have a better chance of delaying so that the Dread Knight can have those summons come out, basically.
Well, let's see. Everything is going to come to a head here on Wave 19. I am certain that one team will be the victor here. I just cannot tell who it will be. The Dread Knight is straight onto the wave, by the way. He was able to kite that Kraken away. It does now stun. The Dread Knight has been focused, Shadow. It's dead. Immediately dead. Fizzlebear punished for that lack of tank value here. He's going to leak everything and quickly.
Yeah, it was too fast of a leak. The stun on the Kraken just exposing the Dread Knight just fast enough.
Yeah. And it was a big leak on Isolde as well, but it's too little too late. And Team Hehe, a valiant effort, but they do lose the first game here. Little Atrocity proving to be the better team.
I mean, it was very well maneuvered in the early game by both teams, just targeting the weak waves of their opposition, recognizing that they don't have a common weak wave. But I mean, it's just a question of Atrocity placing the champion on the casket, not really what you want. So the mid game was a bit troublesome.
It was, but I mean, he made it work, right? So we did kind of question it a couple of times, and he's not going to have that ultimate fantasy of like a big carry unit with multiple auras, with champion, with hyper carry, which we did see Fizzlebear have, right? But it meant he had a better early game. So he was the highest worker count for the first 5 or 6 waves of the game. He had a really strong push. Apart from that wave 5 where Radahn was put on a ton of pressure, he had a more or less flawless early game. And yeah, like, sure, he didn't have that insane carry unit in the late game, but it paid off. He had a really strong early game. He was able to pressure Fizzlebear. He was able to hold Adam's full sends. We saw a couple of times he held those power mercenaries. And yeah, he kind of snowballed the game from there. So really, really well played there by Atrocity, deciding not to be too greedy, use his mastermind early on, and reap the rewards. Yeah,
and I think the real game changer was both Wave 8 and 9. I mean, the holds by both Isolde and Atrocity to the full send. I think that made a huge difference to their lead early.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Let me see. We do have a lobby, so we can hop straight into that. It's always fast and furious these days, Shadow. Not like back in our day, where we used to have plenty of time to chat between the games and go through the wave guide and stuff like that, and this is what happened. No, the players are always like inviting, we want to get on, we want to get into the next game, come on, there's money to be made, there's hoodies to be won.
Yeah, it's the hoodie. It's the hoodie.
It's all about those hoodies, man. All about those hoodies. Speaking of which, Shadow, did you know that if you do buy the Legion TD2 hoodie, limited edition, by the way, buy it now or miss out forever, you also get $50 worth of in-game premium essence. The hoodie basically pays for itself. You'd be crazy not to.
Indeed, it's just free money.
It's an infinite money glitch. And if you do buy multiple, like the 8 that I'm buying for my family, you get the essence multiple times as well.
Yes. It's per purchases.
It is perfect. Okay, Shadow, enough selling out. The game is here. We have a 1-0 lead for Team Lil Atrocity. Can Team Hee bring things back, or will we have a 2-0 stomp? Game number 2. Let's go.
Ooh, we have overworking a lot of souls, so yes, I was talking about it. Fiesta, probably a good choice here to apply pressure, because you want that pace control. You want to make sure you are the one dictating where you want to send. So we'll see if he can make it work. He has the unit that everybody speaks of currently. Can you guess which one it is?
Pipsqueak.
Yes, it
Hey!
is. And it works extremely well with Fiesta because it allows you to push hard and leak small.
Yeah, I mean, the Pipsqueak is just an insane early game unit, right? It's even been nerfed 2 or 3 times in the last couple of patches and is still just a very, very strong early game unit.
And we have Aristocrat on Atrocity. Not a mastermind I would recommend using in a game where 11 could potentially be the end. But Isolde just says, I got your back and I get Kingsguard.
Yeah, I don't know. That is kind of risky, actually, right? Because Aristocrat is definitely a mastermind that tends to peak into the mid and late game. And quite often with an all-out assault in the game, there is no late game because it ends on wave 11 or 12.
Okay, small comment here. I know we joke about Isolde being Lil Bro because of the Pack Rat, but why does he get Pack Rat every game?
Yeah, he obviously has paid off Trakia, right? So
Yeah,
Fizzlebear forgot, but yeah, it does get punished though. So went for the double pack rat opener, does get snailed, his Wildsroom of course leaking 58%, and yeah, a nice long wave while his rats are underground. Not ideal there for the pack rat player.
Yeah, definitely not ideal. And he is pushing still, so that means he's gonna leave one up next wave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does.
So, I mean, again, we have the Casket from Atrocity as well, but I don't feel it's very strong this time around as an opener. Yes, he has a Sea Dragon, but paired with a Harpy, it's very vulnerable to lizards or stuff like that, so not as confident, but at least the answer for 5 is a bit stronger.
Yeah. Double snail resend, they should both be absolutely fine this time around.
I mean, while we have a bit of time, I mean, wave 4 is something we need to look for, because Pipsqueak is very important. You try to pressure it on its weak wave.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there's Isolde being weak on 4. The Cascade is strong on 4, but you can make a long wave 4 so that you can pressure 5 or 6, basically. But yeah, very important to pressure the Pipsqueak on its weak wave, because if you don't punish it, that's where it gets out of control with 10 workers on 5. Being made popular by videos of Doofus McDoofus.
Yeah, well, talking about punishing it on the weak wave, he is sending Dragon Turtle here, where it's not particularly weak, so Fuzzlebear, I'm sure, will go to at least 7 workers off of this.
If not 8, because he has the Polywogs. And, like, if... Oh, it's a full send even here.
Okay, does have the snail, yeah.
I mean, the thing is that you leak here, but it's just no pressure on 4 now. I mean, I would have went single DT, that's fine. You save the rest and then you resend big on 4. That's a valid strategy against Pipsqueak. I think I dropped again.
No, I hear
Okay,
you.
I think
I
I'm
hear
back. Okay, but yeah, 32%, it's a Fiesta. Like, it's just a full send into a Pipsqueak. Now you can go 8 workers. No worries.
Yeah, he's actually having a really good game so far. So, didn't Fiesta, of course, on wave 1 and 2. Does get a really nice one there on 3, but more to the point, he has a massive worker lead right now. 8 workers on Fuzzlebear versus 6 and 5 for Atrocity and Isolde. Now, Isolde, of course, has been hunting those pack rats, but here Fuzzlebear is showing off an absolute masterclass how to deal with those pesky rats. He is stockpiling his bricks. Isolde, he just does not know what to do with himself. Keeping 3 rats above ground here on 4 is an absolute disaster for his economy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't bury them on 5. You need them because it's just so much of your value is in those rats, and they are not particularly strong, so you can't play undervalue on 5 with those. Fizzle, another Fiesta here, 42%. A bit
Teammate
less.
Fiestas as well, though. Adam's leaking 42% to the Fiend. Some hot Waldo action going on there, and as a result, Shadow, Team Hehe taking first blood here on wave 4.
I think it's a slight mistake by Adams because Fizzleberg, he can ensure very small leaks every time with Pipsqueak, and now they're forced to send because they're too low value. Adams cannot cover Fizzleberg. So instead of going for an aggression on 6, which would have been probably optimal, they are forced to income here.
Yeah.
But also, I don't dislike the income because we see Atrocity with the special tech here, with the Livebinder on 5, with those massive frontline units that you have.
Yeah, and once again, like, Isolde is keeping 3 pack rats above ground, so Fuzzlebear piling on the pressure, making sure that Isolde cannot use that broken treasure hunt ability in the early game.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you want to maneuver it. I would have loved for them to go 6 so that he can have the Mimic to snack on them. But, I mean, I understand, like, the situation requires adjustment. And, I mean, it's another good Fiesta from Fizzleberg. Like, highest worker, long wave. He's not unhappy with that.
And Fuzzlebear with a perfect Fiesta leak here to the Snail on 5. He is having an absolute banger of a game so far, Shadow.
Yeah, definitely. But now it's just a question of where do they decide to go. I mean, on paper, I don't dislike Wave 8 from Fizzleberg and Adams. For Atrocity and Isolde, I don't dislike them going for 7. So it's really a battle of which one comes first, and, well, 7 comes first. So I think it's going to be income from Fizzleberg and Adams trying to play defense.
Yeah, Fuzzlebear, very smart, shifting over 100 gold here on 6, where he is super strong, knowing that that wave 7 possibility is coming up, so he will have that banana bunk there on wave 7. Should be able to perform quite well, especially if Atrocity reaches that Mimic, which looks so appealing currently against what Fuzzlebear has on the board.
Yeah, I mean, his board is basically screaming, "Send me a Mimic!"
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, it's not going to be leaking, like, it's just the perfect hold from Fizzleberg. But he doesn't have the Mimic, so it's only a mole.
Yeah,
It's only a mole!
I mean, this is just going to be a
But,
hold, right? Like, Fuzzlebear gets the bunk down. I think he's just going to be absolutely fine. Maybe a small leak?
Yeah, I think the mole is strong enough to force a leak, for sure. Now, this bunk positioning, I mean, I understand it. Am I a fan of it? Not sure. But I mean, it's gonna do its job.
Alright, the 160 Mythium, let's see. Really nice split tanking there on the Pipsqueak, just tanking the perfect amount. Should be able to survive that as well. Slime Mummy reaches full mana. Everything is just going pretty well so far for Fuzzlebear. The one downside is that the mother dies last of the melee units, so now the Pipsqueak goes down as well. Oh, almost killed the Robo first, though.
Oh,
now he's on the
just
mole.
holding. Oh yeah, it's just the income, sorry.
That's unfortunate that he goes on the mole, otherwise he would have killed every one of those small creeps, of course.
But Adams is holding thanks to that Oathbreaker.
And
It
Isolde actually
actually
leaks
just-
a bigger percentage against a snail. So,
Yeah, that's also happened, yeah. I mean, he's playing aggressive. He did treasure on still, so.
Yeah, he
He's
does
trying
touch
to
down.
recover.
Only the one though, so there's still 2 pack rats above ground.
Yeah, he's trying to recover the lower over. So he took a risk here, thinking it was good. And also this is aggressive because he has that point meta.
Yeah. And Safety Mole coming out once again here from Isolde into Adam's lane. He is going to be placing the Gatling gun, so very, very strong unit, of course, for Wave 8. But Superman could prove problematic. However, Adam's on very, very high value. I think he's going to be pretty fine.
Yeah, I mean, his build is not really strong against 8, so it all depends on the aggro. Atom dying.
Oh, split,
I mean, the gun
tanking.
is before back also. So
Oh,
I'm always scared when I see it that far away.
Slime Mummy does get the full mana, so pops off with the full spawns. And I think he's just doing fine, right? Like, that split aggro there was absolutely perfect for Adams. Maybe a very small leak, but he's completely fine with this. And once again, we see Isolde leaking more to a much smaller send. In fact, Adams just holds.
Yeah, I mean, the gun was far enough back to not take too much damage, I guess. So it was pretty good in the end.
Yeah. Even some king damage here, so he finally getting first blood against Little Atrocity as well. All the way down to 99%. How will they ever recover?
I mean, now I'm just questioning a little bit past the mid game. Yes, there's a send coming into Atrocity. I don't think Atrocity is gonna do too terrible against this send. Decide to go for the catapult. The catapult's gonna split tank?
If he builds it slightly further back, I think it should be fine. Even with the harpies there in the split, I think that should
I mean,
not tank.
we kind of have a slight frontline issue
Yeah.
on Atrocity.
Is the issue that he doesn't have any front line?
I think that's the issue, yes. Oh yeah, I mean, the catapult is... I mean, the harpy are tanky on 9, right?
Yeah, Superman is getting focused now. Does go down. But this will be a leak, right? The crawling catapult, I mean, it's phenomenal right now, but its DPS goes right down when the wave walks over.
Yeah, let's say with a 0 tank build, pretty decent hold.
Yeah. He might want to press that reroll button, though, for Atrocity, and maybe see if he can find some kind of frontline units to go in his build. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a caster.
Yeah, I mean, right now, what's most important though is who's gonna utilize the aggressive spells, because currently, no one is really aiming for it. We have a Ghost Knight. We also have an Ogre and we have a Mole, so we're gonna see some king damage possibly.
That Ghost Knight looks
the strongest.
Really scary into Isolde's lane. Like, every single one of his units is impact damage, apart from this little guy.
Atrocity needs to build another frontline here. Oh, he found the Windhawk! He found the Windhawk!
Crazy. Alright, 300 Mythium here for Isolde. I mean, he's just going to leak everything, right? I don't think he kills a single unit here.
On Isolde, yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he kills the Ghost Knight.
The Ghost Knight? He does kill the Ghost Knight. Okay, I stand corrected. Isolde, your impact damage is not to be underestimated. Fizzlebear does leak and feed the shutdown.
Adams is leaking as well, so it's king damage.
It is king damage. Both the bosses quite low HP though, so they'll die relatively quickly.
Wait, I think Fizzle and Adams are going 12. Is that possible? I think it is, right?
They are pushing quite heavily. There is overwork on the table.
I think it's all the sword though. I think it's way more value.
It is all
yeah,
out
they are going 12.
Overwork is so risky when All Out Assault is also being offered, right? Because if you do the kind of standard overwork play of picking it, pushing really hard, maybe trying to pro leak, and the opposite team picks up All Out Assault and resends, you just lose the game.
I am looking at chat and they say I'm a robot. So
yeah, it was about 5 minutes ago. We had some lag, but it's fine. You're better now.
Okay. I'm sorry for the connection. I don't know. I'll probably open the window. I don't know. Maybe it's just the computer is too hot. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm also employing the open window tech myself, which, let me tell you, given that it's about 2 degrees outside right now, the things I do for this stream, man, honestly, completely selfless. And humble, too. Alright, there's another
So
Ghost
the
Knight.
is coming. Yeah, I mean, this one is against Atrocity, though.
Atrocity does have a Wandering Trebuchet of his very own, so as long as Adams can force that thing to go right, this could eliminate a large portion of Atrocity's auto-attack damage.
Yeah, and it's full damage against Isolde, so I don't dislike this. It's just I would have preferred it to be like magic damage. That's the only difference I would have made.
Yeah, I mean, magic damage is going to shred his front line, right? When his only tank is a Violet.
Yeah, probably. But I was talking more about the Son of Fizzleberg against Isolde.
I see. Yeah. That definitely makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, the Brute is kind of questionable, actually, because, like, what is the Brute doing? It's attacking King Claw, which most of its damage is not attack-based anyway.
Yeah, and the Brutes are all dead, by the way.
Yeah, the Brutes are already gone. So, yeah, that's interesting. It is going to be a leak, but it was a 460 Mythium send. Meanwhile, in Atrocity's lane, that is a leak as well. 54%, just 43 on Isolde. Really seeing those changes to Mercenary Bounty kicking in. Like, these leaks would have been much higher percentage-wise in the previous patch.
Hard to kill.
But, crucially, Little Atrocity do survive this big send here, and now... Well, actually, I was expecting their win percentage to go up, but it went down, so I'm going to just stop what I was saying.
Yeah, the Ogre was pretty hard to kill for the King. I mean, it's one of the Mercenary that's, like, very good against the King, because it takes an eternity to get down. And now we see another aggressive play. I mean, Fizzlebear and Adams are not slowing down, and I think it's just going to be a 14. I mean, can they really hold 14 with those builds, Atrocity and Isolde?
It doesn't look like it, right? I mean, Atrocity can casket spam, I suppose, but Adams and Fizzlebear, they're pushing really hard, all the way up to 35 workers there. Fizzlebear almost doubling the worker count of Atrocity, so things are about to get spicy here, Shadow.
You know what? Atrocity is gonna use Bounce Up. He's gonna remove the Violets. He's gonna remove the Life Binder. He's gonna remove the Harpies in front, and he's gonna go full casket.
I mean, he can, especially if Fuzzlebear goes for Pro League here, which he will. So Atrocity now, if he makes the correct read, oh, the 50 gold shutdown. Oh no, that is real insult to injury stuff there. It's even King damage.
Yeah, but they're thinking it's a longer wave, we have high workers, it's worth it, that's the trade-off. We'll see if the trade-off is worth it though, because Atrocity, he has Punch Up.
Fuzzlebear has found the magic damage button as well. Well, let's see, Atrocity, will you use the pawn shop, or are we going to greed here? He has a lot of natural armor on his board right now, which could be turned into caskets.
The action per minute doesn't seem to be sufficient currently.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like this is a lot of value in things which are not arcane.
Yeah, he did not use Punch Up. Not a single unit. Oh,
not a single unit. Huh. Well, let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Ghost Knights are down.
Oh,
but the caskets are out.
It does die. I thought that thing had like finished tanking and was just going to chill and deal some damage, but no, it does go down. The entirety of Atrocity's front line is gone as well. This will be a leak, but he's actually performing quite well, killing off most of those slugs here on 14. And Isolde 82%, Atrocity just 40 over there. Will this be lethal though? There is a full HP Ogre and 4 Eyes reaching the King. Kingsguard is available, but will it be enough?
The Ogre is targeted first by the King because it does way more damage than the 4-Eye, and it was enough.
It was enough. There we have it, Shadow. It is a 1-1 here in the first series of the day. Team Hehe making the comeback here in Game 2 with a pretty sweet Fiesta pickup there from Fizzlebear. He had some really, really good Fiesta leaks on those early game waves, set himself up for a really strong mid-game economy, and was able to press that advantage all the way to a victory here on 14. Really nicely played there by Team Hehe.
I mean, he shows why Pipsqueak is so loved by many players for many different masterminds. Like, Cartel loves it because it pushes hard and easy to hold. Fiesta loves it because it pushes hard and leaks small. So it's just the strength of the unit is maybe a bit too much just because it covers itself pretty well for the first 6 waves. When a unit does that, it comes really up in the meta. And sadly, Pyro still not making an appearance despite having the same properties of holding the first 6 waves. So, just a shout out to Pyro.
There is the Pyro. Okay, what else is interesting to me as well, by the way, is our meta read going in was no chaos, and so far both games have been won by the chaos picker.
I mean, on paper, chaos does not fit, but when the side of the chaos is the one dictating the pace, then the argument against chaos is no longer valid. Because the argument of chaos is that you cannot control what you're gonna get. So if you're getting pressure, it's very hard to get out something for 7.
Yeah.
But if you're the one dictating the pace, then this drawback doesn't appear to be that impactful.
Yeah, I mean, Mama always said that Legion was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, okay, well that's a saying, yes.
I decided not to try and do the accent there, which I'm sure everyone is thankful for, but I couldn't resist the quote nonetheless. So, Shadow, now that we've seen the first couple of games, we have an even scoreline, tied 1-1. Are you confident in your original prediction? Are you still Team Atrocity and Isolde? Or do you prefer the gameplay you've seen so far from Fizzlebear and Adams?
I mean, I was sold with the Fiesta, but the thing is that there's only one team remaining that has Fiesta available, and it's Atrocity and Isolde. So,
Yeah.
If there's another aggressive spell and they are willing to pick Fiesta, well, it seems to be in favor of Atrocity and Isolde in that situation.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. We do have Lobby up just waiting for Adams now.
But yeah, but we saw here in that game the importance of dictating the pace early. Like, we had Rats from Isolde, but he was not able to trigger on that much because Fizzlebear was applying the pressure. Yes, he only did income on 5, maybe partly due to the leaks on 4 being too important to continue applying pressure. So the switch up was important, but the pressure was still there, and Isolde was not able to trigger on as much as he would have wanted, causing him to greed a lot on 7 and 8, causing him to leak. And so when you're dictating the pace, you force mistakes, and that's where you can get an advantage.
Yep, very, very exciting stuff. So let's see if that prediction is going to pan out, because here we go, guys. It is game number 3.
And we have Press the Attack available. When it's paired with Creditor and also a less than ideal defensive spells in Executioner, it has a very high value. And that's why we see the stash from Fizzlebear, trying to play defense here.
Yeah, a stash pickup here from Fuzzlebear. That's an interesting one. But Saboteur is quite interesting to me as well. I mean, obviously it's one of the strongest economic masterminds, but it comes with a very big downside, of course. No king ups. Not only does it naturally make your king weaker than the other teams, but sometimes you just want to go income king, right? Especially on those early game waves, and you just can't. So it can kind of play with your sending patterns to some degree.
I really dislike Saboteur as a player, just because of how I play. Because Saboteur wants to overpush, because he wants to utilize that bonus income, right? And then get a lead off of that and apply pressure. But when you're also applying pressure and you're playing Fiesta, then it becomes troublesome. But it's always playing Cartels, so in his defense, he doesn't have the same problem I encounter when I play with a Saboteur. So we'll see if it mixes up together well.
They are getting double snailed here on one Shadow, and Isolde, I believe, should leak decently here. Did add the third Bone Warrior, so it won't be a disaster, but nevertheless,
But
I think
I've
the
never
snail
seen-
should do something, right?
I've never seen this positioning. Normally you want the 3 Bone Warriors to split tank a little bit, so placing one behind the other is a bit questionable.
Yeah, 58% is the result. You have to imagine that if the split tank was even slightly better, he would have killed at least one or two more.
Yes, normally it's a bit better with split aggro, but I mean, I don't know. He must have a reasoning behind this. I'm not really sure what it is yet, but surely it has
We have to trust him, yeah. And this is 2 games in a row, by the way, where Isolde has been caught out by a snail on one while not
True.
playing Fiesta.
And I want to also say Fizzleberg's doing the Pixie Harpy. So the Pixie dies on wave 1. And now wave 2 is a bit tricky when you're not having 2 ceilings, so he only has 1 ceiling. We'll see how this positioning does.
Oh, Isolde actually does receive the double snail here. Now, the Bone Warrior is much stronger on 2, but I do want to hop back over to Fuzzlebear. Did receive the snail. That will be a decent leak, actually, on Fuzzlebear, despite having 185 value. Does kill one more in the end, but it's still 42% there against a single snail. Meanwhile, Isolde, that Swift Armor really paying off. Got the 40 send, easily holding.
Yeah, I mean, the Bazooka Edition made the difference. It's not the traditional Fire Archer build. Normally you don't add on 2, so that's why the double snail made a lot of sense from Fizzleberg. But adjustment from Isolde after seeing how terrible Wave 1 went.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've
And
got
they
some
go for
Power
Wave 2.
Mercenaries, Shadow.
Oh.
This is early in the game to receive the -2, but let's see. Could be deadly. This Treant being placed here on 3 is really good tank value for Fuzzlebear, so he might just be absolutely fine. Adams, though, despite adding the Nekomata, I feel like he's going to go for a bit of a leak here with those 6 workers.
I think so too, but the Robo's on the Nekomata.
It
The
is,
Gate
yeah.
Guard, does it get a second summon?
The Gate Guard does summon.
Oof,
Okay,
very.
that's big. Fizzlebear 34%. I thought he would do worse than that. And Adams as well. Actually, I was expecting a much bigger leak here, but he's actually going to do just fine. Leaking just the Robo, it looks like.
I mean, the Treant on the wave it's built does wonder for Fizzleberg, giving time for the Harpy, and the second Doggo summon from Adams was very crucial to get something done.
Yeah, I mean, his aggro was just perfect, right? Like, the Robo going straight onto the Nekomata was incredible for him. I feel like if it attacks anything else there, the dog, the Gate Guard, he leaks way more.
Yeah, and no reset from Atrocity and Isolde, so they are keeping the pressure up, and it's very tricky in this position to pressure a Gate Guard. Gate Guard 5, 6, 7, pretty strong altogether, so we'll see what they decide to do. If we are focusing more on Fizzleberg, we're gonna go on wave 6, it looks like.
Yeah. Fizzlebear doesn't really have a fantastic answer in his role. I mean, Disciple is fine on 6, but it's not as good as, say, a Berserker that we do see in Isolde's role.
Yeah, I mean, Disciple early game, the fact that it doesn't gain mana on kill anymore really hurts the unit a lot, but Undercut, possibility.
Yeah, let's see. Isolde does go for that Zeus upgrade. I mean, he has a lot of single target damage. Okay, changes his mind, goes for the Daphne. That, I think, is worse here on 5.
Yes, Zeus is definitely slightly better. I was looking at Atrocity's lane and I didn't see any Nightmare. Now just adding the Wanderer, and it's just like, what a chance it added it because it was looking terrible.
Alright, we've got the 100 Mythium here for Atrocity. His Sea Dragon is tanking very nicely the boss there, while his Split tanks the rest of the wave and the Send. Really, really nice there. Sea Dragon surviving on 30% HP. Isolde, meanwhile, I mean, he's of course killed the boss. Does kill quite a few creeps as well. Still a 36% leak there for him. And Atrocity has killed every single wave creep. He will only leak the Send.
Yeah, and now Atrocity and Isolde are 9 workers each, pushing workers, and they have the choice.
So much Mythium, Shadow. Look at that.
Yeah, and it's going to be wave 6 decided.
Yeah, okay. Double Brute comes out. What will Atrocity go for? I mean, he can pack leader if he wants to.
I think pack leader on 6 is not really great, so I'm happy he didn't go for that.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think it's actually pretty decent now since the change, right? Because it's no longer like flat damage, it's now percentage damage.
Yeah, it's percentage damage, but the early waves are not very high HP, so when you're having a high DPS board, just like the one of Fizzlebear, it's very questionable to send a pack leader.
No, fair enough. Well, let's see. It is the Imps and the Brute here into Fizzlebear, and I do believe it should still be enough. Both members of Team He, of course, very, very high value, but despite that, this is going to be a pretty sizable leak. Will he even kill one more there for Fizzlebear? He will, barely. 55% is the leak. Adams, meanwhile, I mean, that's 74%, so any king damage, any advantage they gained on 5 is more than wiped out here on 6. Team He about to take a ton of king damage.
Yeah, he tried to have the Dream Oathbreaker, was barely not able to clear that side, so it causes it to leak.
Oh, it's a bad one, Shadow. They are on death's door right now. 10% king HP remaining. It is only wave 7 here. Atrocity pulling ahead on the power scale as well. He has 12 workers, 50% more than Fizzlebear.
I think the line they're gonna choose is going to be wave 8 into 11. I think that's the killer line for Atrocity and Isolde. I don't think you want to go super long into 11, just because there's a chance they undercut you. So going 8 into 11 smoothed out the save a little bit, and also it's not a terrible send on 8 either, 204.
Yeah, and this round of king ups, by the way, really does give Little Atrocity free reign, because they are not under any pressure whatsoever, and they can essentially do whatever they want from this point.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want, but they still need to be aware that they are not the strongest on 9, so skipping 8 is a bit questionable.
Yeah. They do it though, okay.
Well,
I mean,
opponent decide to income as well, but they read that 8 makes a lot of sense against them, so...
Adams is even adding a butcher here. Like, he would have been in real trouble, I think, against a triple brute or something like that.
Oh, you don't know this combo. If the Oathbreaker with Butcher is on the board, you don't send 9. That's basically what's happening.
Oh, no,
here,
no.
So...
8, I said. 8.
Oh.
Like a triple brute here on wave 8, and he could have been in some real trouble.
Yeah, probably. Sorry. I was focused on wave 9 too much.
Oh, good. Let's see. I mean, of course, he's going to be holding the no send. Atrocity and Isolde, they're pretty low value already. Like you were saying, they're quite weak on 9, so I don't think they can afford to push here if they plan to save.
Yeah, but I feel like this long save is very, very risky by Atrocity and Isolde. Like, the fact that they are in such a lead and they risk so much here is a bit concerning. But I mean, it's gonna be a big send. No matter where they decide to go.
I mean, they are just planning to one-shot on wave 10, right? But look at this from Adams. Does he have the balls to shift 267 gold here while being turbo saved? Okay, he doesn't. He places the Berserker. Okay.
But I think he could have, because I mean, of course you receive a 4-eye with this long as a save, so maybe like you're the right to be scared a little bit, because the Oathbreaker only weakness is the 4-eye. But yeah, on 10 the Oathbreaker is not good, but the Fertilizer will be. But when they see that, they just go for 11, right? I mean, they just went Income King again, so it's just 11 now.
They got so much Mythium though, Shadow. This would be and a Pro League as well. I mean, they both have 400 Mythium.
8 to 11. It's way smoother.
This is crazy. It has to be 11. Like I know you're right, but it's so committal now. So committal. Yeah.
I mean, we have the stats from Fizzlebear, I mean, they know that it's coming soon, but they don't know exactly when.
Hmm.
But I mean, I think it's a high risk that will pay off because there's no defensive spells, basically, and the opponent decided to income king every single wave too, so that helped also this line. If there was a skip on 8 into a full send 9, they will be in the trouble, like very hard trouble. But now
Yeah.
with the income send, this just helped them just go longer and longer.
Has Fizzlebear even used his stash, by the way?
He did just now
Okay.
to build a haven.
Okay. Well, that's something. But here comes the Send Shadow. It will be wave 11. As you said, there will be a pro leak here from Atrocity for the extra wavelength.
I don't think I mean, maybe the send will just not matter, but I don't think Kraken is that good. But I might be wrong on that. I'm just not sure.
It might be quite good if Adams builds the Sea Dragon here that we see in his Chaos role, or his redraw role, I should say.
I mean, it's probably the best unit he can add, yeah.
And Fizzlebear and Adams are actually going for the race here. That is interesting. Well, I suppose they have no choice, really. Like, they know they're dead here, right? Like, they know the sends are going to be absolutely enormous, and they just maybe hope for a race being the best outcome. They are significantly higher value than their opponents, like to the tune of 500, 600 value higher. Adams did roll into this Hardened Mudman as well, boosted Orchid for damage, so now the Kraken's making sense.
Yeah, sorry, I got disconnected.
No problem, Shadow. Here come the sends. 600 Mythium plus for both Fizzlebear and Adams. Kraken tanks all of the Orchid Shurikens, now stuns everything on Adams' board. Four Eyes wailing away on his units. This will be an enormous leak here for Adams. He's only killing a couple of wave creeps, really. And meanwhile, in Fizzlebear's lane as well, I mean, he's killed a lot more creeps, but still, that is a big leak for him. Atrocity and Isolde both leaking as well. The race play was a good one, but ultimately, I think he will die here. There's much more damage on their side of the board. And yes, there we have it. Lil Atrocity take the series 2-1. Very, very well played indeed.
Yeah. I mean, I must say, like, it's a hard spot for Fizzlebear and Adams for sure after that 7. After that 6, sorry. But the continuous income sense really sealed the deal for them. Well, like, if you decide to go for a low push or no push, like Fizzlebear did, you need to be willing to skip at least one wave to go for a weak wave with the opponent to force them to do something. Like, you build for 9, but they don't feel pressure to send you 9 because you just send a lot again and again. So you build for the correct waves, but you don't pressure back. So this means that they have the agency to do, like you said, anything they want.
Yeah. I mean, the game was essentially gifted to them, right? It was extremely all-in. Like, if they'd had some insane trump card up their sleeve, you know, like, I mean, Stash was used on 10, so it kind of was an insane trump card, but wasn't enough. But if by some miracle Fizzlebear and Adams had been able to survive that wave 11 send, they almost certainly win the game, right? Because it's so all-in from Atrocity and Isolde. But the flip side of an all-in play is that when it does work, you just win the game. And we see that here. They take the victory on wave 11. They are through to the upper bracket match. Do we know who's going to be joining them there?
Let me check. I forgot to check.
No worries. My money would be on Varnish Kieran.
They are through Barnskiren 2-0 against the Crows. So
Okay.
it is going to be Barnskiren against Lil Atrocity.
Oh, very good. So that's going to be our next match after the break. And on the flip side, that means the Crows will have to play the lower bracket game up against Team Hee Hee. So we'll have to see which one of them makes it through that knockout stage before making it to the last chance match of the day. But until then, guys, we will have a quick 10-minute break before we hop into that upper bracket between Atrocity and Barnish Kieran. That's going to be an absolute banger of a match. Of course, Barnish Kieran are reigning champions. They've won 4 or 5 Nova Cups in a row. Kind of getting a bit silly now, don't you think? Like, it's time for someone else.
I mean, it's pretty hard. I mean, they're working so well together. It's very hard to try and find a weakness you can exploit, or like find a mistake they do. Like, if there's any patch to do it on, would be this patch. But you need to control the pace. I know I'm stuck on this word about pacing and everything, but it's important to pace yourself in life, right? So in Legion, it's also important.
Yeah. That is true. Speaking of pace, Shadow, you have to make a very fast pace to makeship.com and pick yourself up one of the Legion TD2 hoodies. Hooray! There it is. Exclamation mark hoodie in the chat for the details.
Go get
Buy it now or miss out forever. Yeah, okay. That's too much cringe even for me. We will take a quick 10-minute break here, folks. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with that upper bracket game. It's going to be a really, really exciting one. Until then, what do you think, Shadow? Do you believe? Pretty easy, to be honest. Lo-Fi Yozora, what are you thinking?
I do believe.
Do believe. Okay. Right, guys, here is some Nictia with a beautiful ode to Cher, his favourite artist. And we will be right back after this break. Until then. Welcome back, Twitch chat. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the tunes. Shadow, so we've had a really exciting first series already today. The fun does not stop there, though, because now we have the upper bracket match. It will be between Barnish Kieran, of course, our reigning champions, that is Drakir, and FC Lucy. Clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. They will be facing Lil Atrocity, so the team that we've just seen emerge victorious from a very hard-fought 2-1 series against Damson Fizzlebear. What are you thinking, like, in this matchup? What's your... First off, what's your prediction? And secondly, what sort of gameplay do you expect?
I expect some ogres to be
Ogres?
sent.
Okay.
But it's gonna be like pretty hard for Isolde and Atrocity, I think. If they continue playing like they did against Fizzle and Adams, I don't think they are in a position to do very well. Especially that last game. That last game, to me, like there's a lot that could have been exploited that wasn't, and that's something that Drakir and Lucy won't let slide, like Fizzlebear and Adams did.
Yeah. The standard of play just gets higher and higher, right? Like as the Nova Cups go on. What is this, year 4, year 5 at this point? The standard of play just gets better and better. The teams get higher and higher caliber, closer and closer in terms of skill, and yeah, it makes the games really, really close. So we saw that just now with the first game of the series, and even now. So we're going to be watching the first seeded team against the 4th or 5th seeded team, and even then I don't expect it to be more than, say, 10% in favour of Lucy and Drakir. And even that 10% is a big edge. I'm only saying that because Atrocity and Isolde have not really played together in a tournament setting before. So again, if this was like Atrocity and Interhole, I might say that edge is as low as 1 or 2%, right? But given that Atrocity and Isolde don't quite have that team experience yet, I think that might work against them when they're facing a team like Drakir and Lucy, who have played together for years at this point, and obviously have a lot of experience winning Nova Cups together. So my prediction, would be for Drakir and Lucy. I'd hope for it not to be a 2-0, but I fear that it could be.
Yeah, like I didn't look at their game against the Crows, to be fair with you, but each time we encounter Drakir and Lucy on ladder, you always have that feeling of, okay, how can I try to do something this game so that he doesn't get out of control? That's basically always the question you have in your mind when you're facing them.
Yeah. And even that kind of mental edge comes into it, doesn't it? When you're in these high pressure situations, you're like, okay, we're playing the team who've won Nova Cup 5 months in a row. How are we supposed to beat them? And then you kind of get on the back foot before the game even begins. So that can kind of play a part as well. And yeah, the teams just need to try and push their own agenda, make the game play at their own pace. And Atrocity is very good at that. So let's see.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people can overthink it too, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, with that said, Shadow, here we go straight into game number 1. Barnish Kieran on the left, Lil Atrocity on the right this time. Which team will take the first game here in the series?
Again with the Aristocrat. Like, I'm not convinced with Aristocrat, like, I especially when there's counterattack, like Lucy takes the Fiesta also, so it seems to me like Drakir and Lucy are going to play against, not against, but with the counterattack in play around wave 11.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pipsqueak!
Oh, Pipsqueak again. Where is that bad boy? It's in Lucy's lane. Okay. I mean, you know Pipsqueak is broken as an opener when Lucy, who has Tempest in her role, is opting to build anything else. Like, Lucy, for those of you not in the know, big fan of Tempest. A bit of a giveaway might be that she has this Ruby Tempest monument in her lane. And yeah, I think, like, as far as ladder gamers go, Lucy is probably the best player in the world with that Tempest opener.
There's also another hint. The tagline of Lucy is soaring, flying. You kind of need a Tempest for that.
Yeah. There is a snail out here on 1 into Isolde. He is playing Casket Seedling though, so he's going to be absolutely fine. Thank you for the... I mean, what is it? It's like 2 gold now, right? The snail?
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's like sometimes like there's a tank mercenary sent into you, and you don't want to kill it because it's so little gold.
Yeah.
You prefer to leak it.
Yeah. That's actually really interesting. So I kind of haven't thought about that until right now. But snails on 1 are just really, really not that risky now, eh? Because what worst case scenario, you have 1 less king up, you give your opponent 2 gold? Like, who cares? Take the risk.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you know that the opponent is known for risky opener. I think Dreshir looked a little bit at the previous game and saw Isolde leaking to Snell game 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So took the gamble.
Both Pipsqueak players greeding here. Lucy, of course, with the Fiesta would be greeding. Neither one getting snail checked, so Atrocity happy with that. Lucy perhaps less so.
I mean, to be honest, Lucy should push the no send here. She does. She only needs to have the 1 Peewee, and she'll leak quite well. She needs the Peewee to tank the Lizard initially, though, to have extra time on the Pipsqueak.
Oh, she's going for 2 Peewees. 3 Peewees, holy.
Oh, I mean, that's a hold.
Even
I don't
against
think you
Lizard
want
Snail?
Yeah. The Pipsqueak 2 shots wave 3. And if the Lizard is away from the Pipsqueak, then you're totally fine. Unfortunately, with this positioning, the Lizard is on the Pipsqueak, so it is going to be in a Fiesta, but not really one you would have wanted.
And there's no snail either, so...
Well, okay, but maybe the Fiesta is going to be good in the end, because there's no snail, but...
Yeah, it looks pretty good, actually.
Okay,
just the Lizard. I mean, you don't really get a better Fiesta than that.
Wait, is it everybody leaking 4%?
Everybody's leaking a Lizard. Yeah, we have 4 Lizard leaks. 4 by 4% leaks. That's a new one, Shadow. I don't think I've seen that before. In 5 years of Nova casting, I don't think I've seen all 4 players leak a Lizard.
I mean, they're all playing Fiestas. We solved the issue.
Yeah. Drakir on Saboteur, by the way. Not the natural Fiesta pairing, but we'll have to see if they can make it work.
I mean, they're going Brute here, trying to catch Isolde, not going for the upgraded casket.
Yeah, he does go for the upgrade, though, so this Brute, I think, should just backfire, right?
I mean, the Brute should go through, basically. And that's basically the only thing that's going through.
The second casket spell will just wipe up the wave, though, right? Or... Oh, not quite. Wait, it's not going to get the third.
Wait.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 76%?
Did Dreshir code this to be happening? We're not Norms and only he a Norm?
He must have, right? I thought the casket upgrade always 2-shot wave 4.
Yeah, I thought so too. I guess not.
I mean, I guess not, yeah, clearly. Jules? Yeah, that was a big leak, though, so Isolde absolutely punished there, thinking that he was safe with the casket upgrade, proving not to be the case. Ends up leaking half of the wave there.
I think everybody thought he was safe.
Yeah. Pretty fast and aggressive game so far, Shadow. We do have Atrocity there with the worker lead, only on 8, but pretty solid for his Aristocrat opener, right? To be the highest worker count in the game already.
Definitely, and also we need to speak a bit about this Aristocrat. Yes, I'm not a fan of Aristocrat, but it's basically greed, and he has 2 very good units that work together on his role. It's the boar with the catapult. The boar deals with the small stuff that the catapult struggle with.
Yeah. Isolde leaking 58% to no send, by the way. Like, I know they have an insane amount of Mythium, but these leaks are going to start to add up. Isolde is going to lose a lot of gold.
Yeah, definitely. big issue. It is going to be a Mimic into Lucy. Probably the one thing that's going to be problematic for her to handle. Drescher on this side received 2 Brutes. He's spamming the Holler. That's the tech, by the way, because the Wave 6 debuff only applies to 1 unit. So if you have many units, it's not as impactful.
Yeah, and this thing is really high damage on 6 as well, right? So as long as the Howlers can keep the canopy safe, he should just hold.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, some pretty bad damage thresholds, though. That's 2 or 3 times the canopy's attack to Rocco on 1 HP.
Yeah, terrible leaks on this Solday and Atrocity upcoming, by the way.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, he killed the Brute at the last shot of the Tempest.
And there is 24 gold on that Mimic as well, so not bad there for Isolde, especially given that he was able to hold the send there. They do take king damage on both sides, however, so the full send there from Lucy onto Atrocity paying off to some degree. But Varnish Kieran already down to 40% king HP, Shadow. If we were calling the edge in their favour, Lil Atrocity are having absolutely none of that. They come out swinging here in game 1.
Yeah, the big problem currently that Drescher and Lucy have is that they were under pressure the early waves, right? So they were in the receiving end of the long save. And so that's where the Saboteur is like a bit problematic because you can't utilize the king ups too much.
Have we seen Isolde play a game where he didn't have Pack Rat, by the way?
Yes, game 3 of last series.
This time he's Chaos rolled into it.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing aggressive with it. The wave 7 is an easy wave for Cascade, so he did read quite a lot here. He has good answers for 8 also in his role currently. Cannot get it though. The Halo is probably what I was thinking about.
Well, he can sell. 70% Shadow.
Yeah? Oh, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
okay,
Hunter
okay.
upgrade.
He doesn't want to sell. I mean, selling is inefficient, right?
Selling is inefficient, yeah.
But I mean, where are we looking at? I mean, we have pulse bots with Tempest on both Lucy and Drescher, by the way.
Yeah. Well, Lucy and Drakir are going to go for a full send here. I wonder if Isolde and Atrocity just go income king. They do not. We have
They
the
go full
safety
as
model
well.
sent already here by Atrocity. What will be Isolde's play in that case? Because, I mean, Lucy and Drakir
Should be
both are
Ogre,
looking
no?
pretty strong online.
I don't know. I feel like it was supposed to be Ogre against Lucy at least.
Yeah, Ogre's pretty good against those pulse bots, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. No, even against Drescher, I don't understand Will Hermit. Like, yes, there's a pulse bot, but I don't know. I'm not convinced again by this son.
Yeah. Mole Hermit not looking great. Lucy and Drakir both on really, really high value. In fact, all 4 players in the game are on really high value. We'll have to see. Drakir has just used his reroll into that Holy Avenger, plus having Tempest already on the board, so has some very strong late game potential there with Flying Avenger, with Flying Pulse Spot as well. Like, the question is, will this game go late? Because they only have 40% on the king. There's big sends here on 9. So the first question is, will they survive right now? And the next question is, will they survive the next send?
Lucy holds,
Yeah, Lucy holds.
and Drescher holds.
Isolde leaks very small. Atrocity holds. Drakir holds. Yeah? Okay.
Atrocity. We're still not sure, but he holds.
Yeah, so Atrocity's got this. But this is kind of what I was expecting, right? Lucy and Drakir both looked really strong on 9, and that's why I really wanted Isolde and Atrocity to just go for income king here on 9.
Yep.
They would be in such a good spot if they had taken the income route. I know it's greedy.
Now it's kind of even, no? Because of the builds.
Yeah, I mean, the Julesometer says that was heavily in favour of Varnish Kieran. They've gone from being behind to now 53% likely to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like it's pretty even currently. Like I still think that Isolde and Atrocity had the pace advantage, the side to income here. So I think now after this wave, if there is a leak from, I mean, I think this is leaking. We're close to. I don't know. I'm not convinced about this build.
Drakia is adding a brute to his snail collection.
Nah. He didn't
Just
have
more,
enough.
more
So it's just
snails
too much
instead.
now.
Yeah. Well, the snails are gone. The Daphne now is on the boss. Meanwhile, in Atrocity's lane, I mean, he receives a full send here with the Hermit, with the Brute. How is he doing? That will be a leak there onto Atrocity. And a Solday holds. Okay, that's important. Lucy leaks to the Fiend. Atrocity...
But that's a Lumerian, so I don't care about that wave then, like it's expected at this point.
Yeah.
But still, I think now it's very, very good for Drescher and Lucy, because look at Drescher's build. When do you leak that?
Yeah, it's so strong. Like, all of that late game power here with the Leviathan combo onto Skybar, onto Sovereign, with Hero as well. Oh my.
Yeah.
Like, Drakia's build is going to absolutely pop off here as we get into this late game situation. Lucy's is not far behind, by the way. She also has that Leviathan circle with Hero. Skybot, I mean, the Pulse Bot itself is not flying, right? But as soon as it takes off with the upgrade, her build is really, really hard to leak.
When it takes up to the sky, being a skybot. But yeah, now Isolde and Atrocity goes for income. But we saw what happened last game when we got caught up in the income train.
Yeah.
If we go for too much income, it opens up a lot.
Yeah, true. I've literally just now realised, by the way, that the Avenger line works the same way as the Pulse Bot. So Avenger is not flying, but Sovereign is. So you need the upgrade.
Yeah, because Sovereign have wings, and Holy Avenger does not have wings.
I mean, that's just insane. Riddle me this then, Shadow. Where are Pee-wee's wings? Tell me that. Huh?
They are in a plane. It's just wings.
And then it lands when you upgrade it?
Yeah, because they have experience in the air.
I don't know, Shadow. I'm zoomed into this Avenger, and it looks like it's got some wings there. Like, they're kind of tucked away, but those are wing-shaped, man. Like, there's feathers and everything there.
But you know, chickens have wings too, but they're not developed as much as other type of birds. So you need the evolution.
I see. Alright, everyone, of course, holding their Mythium here on 12. We have a pretty sizable advantage for Drakia and Lucy, though. They do have the worker lead. They are up by around 100 Mythium apiece as well. Little Atrocity, I really think that play on Wave 9 was a big blunder from them, because they were in such a strong spot. Oh, and Shadow, oh no. They go for the income send here on 13. Drakia and Lucy, they save their bricks, and now the game is going to be completely at their mercy. They are not under any pressure whatsoever, and they can do whatever they want from this point on.
I mean, I must say this is a really risky play by Drescher and Lucy, because if there is a full send, like a 4-eye onto them, they could leak on 13, and that could end the game. But they are confident the opponent are not going to send Sovereigns on wave 13. And so they keep their strength of their builds and go for 14 instead. That's the initial plan, so that 15 doesn't happen.
They don't even have to 14 now if they don't want to, because, again, they're just literally under no pressure whatsoever. Isolde and Atrocity went the full round of Income King here. So let's see, Drakia and Lucy, what's their next move?
I mean, you see Phoenix, you see Lumerian, you really want 15 over 14? I guess the answer is yes. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, those units are both fantastic on 15 Shadow, but let me counter that with one word: Kraken.
Yeah. But you get two of them? Because if you only get one, it doesn't get into the Phoenix. It doesn't get into the Lumerian.
That's almost worse, no? If the Kraken goes into the split, because then it always wraps back around, and then your ranged magic unit is attacking it by itself.
I mean, it's the case for the Lumerian, but not the case for the Phoenix. The Phoenix can't
Okay.
have time to reach the boss, basically,
Yeah.
because it's short range.
Phoenix likes to get into the mix.
Yes. So I'm not convinced because it becomes like a race-ish, because the build of Drashir and Lucy have one weak wave and it's 15. So
Yeah, but at the same time, they're also kind of protecting their own weak wave, right? Like Isolde and Atrocity have very, very low Mythium counts right now. But let's see, Descend is here. There are no Krakens, so Drakir and Lucy, they know better than me. They've gone for Double Needler, they've gone for Pack Brute and Ghost Knight as well. Isolde and Atrocity do go for full sends here rather than Income King. Maybe they think they're trying to undercut a Wave 16 send. But having said that, Lucy and Drakir, like you said, they're not amazing here, and their values are not that high either.
no, it's just a recognition by Atrocity and Isolde that the game ends here, no matter which side, because they believe the send will be too big against them, so they just try to race. And they know that it's the weak wave of Drashir and Lucy, and that's why my argument of going 14 was still good, because then 15 is less likely.
That Phoenix is an absolute... Oh no, it goes down now! Oh no, I thought it was going to be fine, and then it just brought the Needler onto itself. This is disaster territory here for Isolde, leaking everything. 85% there. Atrocity not doing too much better, at least cleaned up the wave, but that's 66% on him, and with 2 Needlers, 2 bosses onto the King, I have to think that this is going to be enough to kill them.
The boss are low HP, but the king attack is not that high, so
Yeah.
it might be close.
Oh, Shadow, I hate to bang on about it, but if they had done that round of Income King on Wave 9, not only
Yeah.
would they be in a better position earlier on in the game, their King would be stronger, they wouldn't have lost as much HP, and they would definitely have survived here on 15. But, having said it, that is what these games come down to at this very high level. Small, minor decisions here and there is what wins or loses a game. And in this case, the game is won by Barnish Kieran. So 1-0 now in favour for our reigning champions. What can Team Atrocity do to bring this one back, Shadow? What do you think?
I mean, I think they were pretty close this game, to be honest. Like, if they do something similar, like, I think it's totally fine. But I think they need to, like, I don't know. I feel like the sends today have been a bit subpar, like a little bit not optimal against certain builds. Like, if you look at the builds of Drashir and Lucy on Wave 9, yes, maybe Income King was better, but also not going Mole Hermit would have been better.
Yeah, fair. Alright. Let's see if we have a lobby in here. We do! Alright, let's pop in there.
But yeah, I mean, basically it's just like, I feel like people are just overly focusing one unit and they forget the big picture, right? Yes, Pulse Bot is AoE, but Pulse Bot is not the core of the build. There's other stuff. We didn't know about the Avenger, but we knew about Canopy, and Canopy is behind the Pulse Bot, so you know that it's going to be impact damage still. It's not AoE.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to slow down with Brutes, and it would have been much better already.
Yeah, or Ogre, like you say, right? I think Ogre as
Yeah.
well is quite good against AoE now because it has the lifesteal ability, so it takes some AoE damage, it heals it right back up again, and it's just really good damage against those pulse spots and canopies and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I mean, to be fair to Atrocity, he didn't have Ogre in Income, but Isolde had the Ogre in
Yeah.
Income, so it would have been better for Isolde, but for Atrocity, Brutes would have been sufficient too.
Alright, well, let's see if they are able to up their game here. Barnish Kieran, really a team you cannot afford to make a single mistake against. Little Atrocity, they need to win this one to stay in the series. Let's see. Game number 2.
I mean, now Lucy used her Fiesta, but oh, wait, it's Atrocity going Fiesta. I thought it would be Isolde.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you think it's going to be Isolde, maybe Barnish Kieran do too.
Oh, and it's Pixie Fiesta.
Yeah? Isn't that supposed to be less likely to roll, Jules?
Yeah, but he also has the best combination of the Chloropixie Rat. You can utilize
Whoa.
both together. To be
Crazy.
honest, like it's pretty good together. Like it on paper it doesn't seem that good, but the Mithium burst you get at the end of the wave is like so unpredictable for the enemy. And
Yeah.
also it allows you to be better on 6 and 7 with those pack rats.
True. Like, pretty flexible in terms of a Fiesta player, right? You just hide the rats when you want to try and pro league, keep them
Yep.
up when you don't, and yeah. Let's see. Will he build
Because
one?
normally like it's pretty standard what you do against Chloropixie. You don't want to send on wave 3 because the second Chloropixie comes in, you might hold, and then you go big 4. Well, with the pack rat flexibility, you kind of question them. Do I full send here or not? So that's the detail you bring in.
They actually end up double snailing here. Okay, so they're like, we don't know which one of them's going to play Fiesta, we're just going to send 2. With the addition of the Angler, Isolde should be fine, right? I think that's enough DPS to clear the wave. Atrocity Leaks 44%, that's a pretty decent Fiesta against a snail. And Isolde, I think, can cover at least some of that, right? So a couple more stacks for his Angler.
Yeah, so now Drashir should get the Snell in income. That's natural, and then we'll see a skip on 3 most likely, if they want to keep the pace on their side.
Very long wave here as well, so Atrocity may be making the right decision not to go for that pack rat on 1, just taking the workers instead. I mean, this is like the longest wave 1 in recorded history, right?
I mean, it's Angler, and that's why Angler does that to you.
Yeah. Drakir nearly has double snail in income. Like, he's 19 Mythium here. Atrocity, of course, will have to build a bit more than he would have done because the wave was so long. Goes for the Bazooka edition. Pretty solid here on wave 2. Let's see how this performs against the double snail. Meanwhile, Solde just adding a few Polywogs here to try and kite the wave. Lucy will send that post-income snail, though. So let's see.
Yeah, so the Bazooka is one of the best addition on wave 2 with that build, but it needed to be a bit more up if it wanted to split tank because of the longer range. But yeah, I mean, there's gonna be leaks, so we're gonna let that happen first before I ramble into the past.
Yeah, this is problematic though. Isolde going for the Waldo there against the double snail, so not covering Fiesta teammates' leaks. Lil Atrocity taking a decent chunk of damage here. It's only wave 2.
Yeah, they're stacking up a lot of Mythium though on the side of Atrocity, so high pressure on Lucy. So that's gonna happen.
Oh, a brute! It's wave 3! Wait. There's a brute! Is this 2019 Shadow?
I guess it is, but I don't think it's good. I don't know. I think you get focused by the Berserk because the thing that happened is that the Brute goes on the side of the Berserker, and half the wave goes on the side of the Veteran. The Brute is getting targeted by the Berserker, and Berserker survives. I think this is just a hold.
Well, let's see. The value is very high here for Lucy. The Brute will at least slow the Berserker down by a lot. It's 15% less damage, right?
Yeah, but I think it's a hold. This positioning from Lucy, like, it's made to do very well. But I guess it doesn't when there's a snail.
Yeah, snail looks like it was enough to make the difference. But it's a very small leak. This was a brute snail send, and Lucy, leaking just 1 creep with the brute. Meanwhile, Atrocity, he leaks half of the wave to a DT.
Yeah, not looking too great, but we need to see more the income side also. Like for Atrocity, he has the Pixies, he has the workers, same workers as everyone, but plus 10 Mythium every wave still. So there's still this side, and we see that compared to Lucy. Lucy is saving, to be fair, but it's also like still an advantage on that side.
Yeah. Solday did go for the Bounty Hunter upgrade last wave. 3 did survive, so cleared up all of his teammate stacks. Total stack count definitely suffering as a result of that wave 2 leak, though. This would be a very highly stacked Bounty Hunter otherwise.
Yes. Serpent decided on Atrocity to reduce the size of the leak also.
63% there for Atrocity against the double DT. This is a bit of a Doofus McDooface style Fiesta, right? Just me no care, me leak red every single wave.
It's like currently Atrocity is doing the pretty standard Chloropixie build. He's also adding more value than most players would. So he's playing the safe version, but it's just that Drasher is a bit ahead in the workers department.
Yeah,
so
Drakir's
it makes
having
it
an
very
absolute
awkward for Atrocity.
blinder. I mean, he did very skillfully roll Potamask. We say
Yeah.
skillfully because he did, in fact, tinker with the code base before the game to make sure that he rolled this.
And also it's cash out with Porta. I mean, we discussed about cash out. Everybody's 4, and now we give cash out to Drasher, which is a free 5 worker opener with Porta.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on the side of Drasher and Lucy this game, and now we're going to see Red Mask also for Drasher to protect 7, I think.
Can they ever punish it on 6? They can't. They can't.
They
right?
don't have enough, I don't think.
Lucy has the Berserker, they don't have that much Mythium. Atrocity does get a very nice Fiesta here on 5, though. This is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just questioning where they're going to go, because this is going to be very hard to leak Drasher. Oh,
They
well,
do go
that
here on
answers it.
6. Just with income, though, so you're right, it's going to be hard to leak Drakir. Solday recognises that, just goes for a round of income and king. And into Lucy, we have a full send here from Atrocity. Lucy, she has a lot of value, though, 610. And
Yeah.
that double veteran, pretty good against triple robo.
Yes, and after this send against Drasher's, I mean, do you want to bet how much workers he's gonna have?
Yeah, some. He's certainly going to have some.
Okay, I'll say it. I think he pushes everything and doesn't add.
Yeah, we already see them queued up. Drakir's going to be 14, 15 workers after this wave. And Lucy's performing very, very well here against the big send on 6. Is a leak, 74%. Actually, I thought she would at least kill that one. Drakir... I mean, maybe Drakir would have leaked too if it wasn't just 2 DTs and king ups.
I'm not sure. It's a bit deceptive, but I don't know. Like the mask aggro has been very finicky with Porta Mask these days. I don't know what's happening, but I don't know what happened also. Maybe the mask tanked for the Porta or stuff like that.
Yeah. Very little king damage, though, is the end result. And this was a huge send here. It was, 180 Mythium there onto Lucy? Yeah.
Yeah, the Josel meter though says that it's still quite even.
Fairly even. I mean, Atrocity has had a couple of very nice Fiesta leaks in a row there on wave 5 and 6,
Yeah.
both yellow percentage leaks.
He has a bunk also now.
Mhm.
That's very good to stabilize. I would put
Oh,
the
and
bunk
Drakir
at
has
the-
a Brute shifted Shadow, so this Brute could give Atrocity one more very nice Fiesta leak.
That's true. Now 2 options for Atrocity after receiving this send. Don't push and go full rats, or push and don't go rats.
Those are 2 options, and it looks like he's going for the push. we see 5 workers shift clicked. I mean, this is phenomenal, no? Like, is he gonna?
Yeah, I mean he's quite happy. He's gonna hold. It's just a hold.
It's just a full hold. Okay, I mean, he would have ideally liked to leak just the Brute, but a full hold is pretty good as well against a power
You get
set.
plus 15 Mythium too.
Yeah,
With all the
true.
pixies dying.
But the long wave would have been delicious while they were saving, right? And here we have the counter attack on wave 8. Lucy's value is through the roof, nearly 1,000 there. She is going to be receiving Mole Brute though, so she's going to need every little bit of gold she can. A Solday into Drakir, we have the Mimic. He won't be able to afford a Brute, so it's only a Dragon Turtle to add.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a hard one on Drashir, because he expected 9 with all those masks, but
Oh,
the
that
Mimic,
Mimic
look
is
at this
eating
snack.
well tonight. Oh, the Slime Mummy doesn't get full mana either, just barely.
Although,
But
I mean, it's
he's
still a
killing
good
everything.
clear for Drashir, but
And meanwhile for
it's
FC
sucking
Lucy, a very small leak as well. So 43 on Drakir, 33 on Lucy, a Solday meanwhile leaking to Snails, and once again, very, very little king damage being dealt here on wave 8.
yeah, but a little bit more on the side of Drashir and Lucy. Mimic is high damage onto the king.
True. Jules
But they
is still favouring his colleague though here,
Wait.
58% for Drakir.
The recent here can catch a few here. Yes, I
Oh.
think Drashir is leaking.
I didn't even spot the resend shadow. That is spicy indeed. Both
Oh,
of
this
them
is leaking as
adding-
well.
Both of them adding quite a bit though. We do have a warg here for Lucy. Drakir adding a full halo as well.
The big problem for Lucy is that 90% of her build is arcane defense. So
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
a slight issue.
And the percentage that isn't is all pierce damage.
Yes. It's a similar story on the side of Drashir, so despite them being on value, it's not the best value for wave 9.
Slime Mummy does reach full mana this time though, so that's something. Quite a bit of extra tank value when you do pop. In fact, isn't Drakir just holding?
Looks like he is, yeah.
Yeah. What a beast. Seems
Alright,
the
Lucy's
halo
leak.
ad there was enough. Lucy does leak, but again, it's very small.
I would say the split aggro of Drashir was something different.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Atrocity didn't get a fiesta there.
split.
Yeah, they do get a tiny little tap on the king here, bringing them down to around 60% now. And another send! The re-re-re-send!
They never expect the re-stand.
Yeah. As Slickins would say, the third cope is the deadliest.
I will say it's still double Zerker on Lucy. We get big Halo on the side of Drashir as well, so I do suspect some holds on their side.
Drakir has indeed sniffed the third cope send. I think he's going to be just fine. And Lucy, I mean, like, everything on her board is fantastic on wave 10, right?
Not everything, but most of it, yes.
I have a feeling they're both going to do just fine.
Yes. I mean, there's a Hermit for style.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have another reason for the Hermit?
I mean, it's healing.
yeah. I mean,
That's
it is healing.
And that's a really easy hold for Lucy, like it's not even close. And for Drakir as well. The player who is leaking, however, that'd be Atrocity.
Yeah, I mean, quite happy with that. I mean, it's easy venture on paper for Atrocity with the bunk. So we'll see if he does it. It's a bit tricky for Isolde because he has this thing. And this thing is extremely bad on 11.
Yeah.
And Lucy sniffs it.
She does. We have the Brute Send coming out here from FC Lucy. Venture has already been picked up from Isolde, so perhaps expecting a bit of a leak out of him here. Lucy taking the Pulverizer meanwhile. Let's see, will Atrocity go for the Venture as well, or is he going to play this one a bit safer? He does Venture, okay.
I double bunk, I would, I mean, it's quite safe to go Venture.
Yeah.
And he's going like for also, oh. I mean, that protects his 14. 14 shouldn't be too bad with his Sakura scaling due to the Venture. But I'm still uncertain. Like, Sakura farm, it's a lot of magic damage, and Kraken exists, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And Sakura is just so dead value on 14 as well, right? Like, even once you've stacked it up and all the rest of it, it is still just horrendous value. Oh, not even one more spell, so Isolde leaking 54% over here. A really nice resend there by FC Lucy. However, both members of Lil Atrocity do have that Venture. Sakura is dying to the leak of the teammate.
Yeah, it's classic Starcaller mistake. Like you go Starcaller on 10, you say, yeah, I'm holding 10, and then you're like super confident, you push those workers, you say, haha, I'm holding 11, as see the reset, and you just take everything.
And Drakir is just turbocharging his income here. He's gone by far the highest worker count in the game. Lucy's saving bricks. She does have fewer workers. And Drakir just wants to scale into that late game carry that he has the potential to be with a Poter Mask build. Atrocity? Let's
Yeah,
see. He
I
does
mean,
go for the second Sakura now.
the reason why Drashir does this is because he's reading what Atrocity is gonna do. He's gonna go for the garden. So he's getting his income now. He knows his venture, so he's getting bonus income and bonus gold with high worker. So he still has pressure onto the Sakura, but forces the Sakura player to at least push a little bit, or at least attempt to force the push that doesn't come because Atrocity is just gonna build more garden.
Surely there has to be a point where Garden is just grief, though, right? Like, they're so bad on certain waves.
I mean, Atrocity has done this many times, and sometimes he does over garden, but we'll see. He has forest and garden, so
Yeah, true. A very botanical build here from our Australian friend.
maybe he needs to make a pause and check his Excel sheet to know how much Sakura is okay.
Does go for a fourth, so he's decided he hasn't quite reached that number yet. Wait, no, he's going for a fifth.
There's a fifth. There's a fifth. The fifth.
Oh, he ran out of time to build the sixth.
Oh no, he wanted the sixth. Some Sakuras might die this wave. Or not.
No, he's got the DPS. The wave is melting. Drakir is full sending onto 14.
I mean, it kind of makes sense against Sakuras, right?
Yeah. Atrocity will be heavily plus value, but a lot of that value is Sakura, which is super bad on wave 14.
I think right now he's quite happy he didn't go for the 6th Sakura.
Yeah. Would agree. He's plus 462. Does he ever leak anyway?
Yeah, I think he does leak. He's lacking a bit of DPS, to be honest.
Isolde's minus 90, probably expecting a bit of a leak out of him as well. I'm really interested. Let's see, Sakura did tank 1 and of course survive. Now the wave wraps onto the Haven. That thing's going to die pretty quickly, and as you said, the lack of DPS here in Atrocity, this will be a plus 462 value leak. Teammate, meanwhile, I mean, Teammate's kind of beasting it, honestly. Even gets one final spell there on the Disciple. Atrocity leaks 50%. Classic plus 146 to value behaviour. Isolde is performing phenomenally. Kills everything but the Ogre.
So this leak has been brought to you by Macam.
Meanwhile, though, they have some crazy Mythium stockpiled on the side. So Atrocity and Isolde will go straight in for this Wave 15 send. They are not respecting Boone's Law. They do go for the big send immediately after leaking themselves. The problem is, will the leak gold be too much? Drakir and Lucy are rich now, Shadow. Will they be able to hold as a result?
Wait. Boone's Law needs a revision. There's 50% less. Oh, in terms of the mercenaries, there's a bit more due to the leaks, but there's less gold due to the mercenaries. So
true.
Send right after getting a send is less punishing. Yeah, less punishing.
Yeah, that's true. And it doesn't look that appealing for them to go straight like 16, right? Where Drakir has a million boosted Hellraisers.
But Drashir sniffs it and builds a second Azaria.
Yeah, beast. Not great at killing Krakens, however.
No, there's the 2 Kraken tech, so...
Yeah. Kraken does go for a little wander now, though. Oh, Azaria number 1 is down, and Azaria number 2 is stunned, and now down. Lucy
Yeah.
will leak small, just the boss and the shaman. Drakir leaking only a low HP boss, actually.
I still think this is a much better outcome than if they went 16.
Well, you say that, but Drakir and Lucy, they saved their Mythium here. So now they have a massive pressure lead.
Wait, you say they saved. Okay, Lucy did go for King Ups. Okay,
Yeah.
I was wondering why Lucy was solo Mythium, but yeah.
I mean, she's also low Mythium because Drakir has 44 workers. So, like, low is relative compared to her teammate.
Yeah, low is relative, but it was a factor larger than low that I was expecting.
Yeah.
So-
And it looks to me like they're targeting that wave 17, right? Atrocity's Garden is growing, but
I mean, I wonder why. I wonder why 17 is in their mind. Do you have any ideas to why it could be 17?
it's a mystery. I can't think why they might want to go 17. But yeah, on a serious note, like we saw that Atrocity's insane value didn't save him on wave 14. 17 might be different because his havens are so good there. He might just be okay. And meanwhile, actually, Isolde, like basically his whole build is good on 17. So I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, it's like you need to make a decision. Ogres are pretty good against this all day, to be honest. So,
And Double Kraken's
I think
pretty good
Ogres-
against Atrocity as well.
yeah, I think anything is good against atrocity. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
He can get one more Haven, does. Presumably wants to, I don't know, just one more bunk? Yeah.
I mean, why not? Why not more forest to complete your garden, right?
He's plus value once again, Shadow, but we already saw him leaking on plus 400, and I don't think he's going to do any better here.
Yeah, I mean, he's 6,000 value. Is it the first time I see this much value on wave 17? I'm afraid it is not, because I've been spectating my camp quite a lot, so I guess he's second back.
Atrocity and Isolde did save their Mythium here, so if by some miracle they are able to survive, they might be in a really good spot. However, surviving is still quite a tall order before we get to that point. The garden is starting to wilt under the gaze of the split wrapping back around. Havens are doing their job though. Meanwhile, in Isolde's lane, I mean, he's done well, but it's not well enough. That's a 56% leak there. Atrocity, 94%. Plus 146. That's the power of Sakura. Lil Atrocity going down here on wave 17. Barnish Kieran, they are guaranteed their spot in the semi-finals tomorrow. Really, really well played to that side.
Yeah. I mean, I like the intention of Atrocity going for the garden, but I think at one point, I think we need to revise the Excel sheet there, right? We need to revise what's the correct number of Sakuras. Because I think that was slightly too much.
Yeah, that was at least one Sakura too many, I think it's fair to say. Atrocity,
Yeah.
I mean, look, credit where due, he was committed to the bit. He certainly wasn't going to back down, not even after that Wave 14 disaster. He just built even more Sakuras. Oh, Shadow! I've got an absolute massive upset coming in from the losers game there. So Adams and Fizzlebear, they actually got 2-0'd by the side of Witcher and Inko. So I think it was that like the lowest rated, the lowest seeded team in the bracket is Witcher and Inkor.
Yes.
And they have knocked out Adams and Fizzlebear. So that means the last game of the day will not be a repeat of the first. It will, in fact, be a completely new matchup. We'll see Atrocity and Isolde once again in the last chance match, but they won't be playing against Adams and Fizzlebear. They'll have to face Witcher and Inko instead. So that's pretty exciting stuff. But yeah, talk to me about the game we've just seen, Shadow.
The game we just seen. I mean, it's just that I mean, it well maneuvered by Drashir and Lucy. I mean, the Potamask, still a terror if not pressured correctly, and I mean.
I passed a Shadow at the wrong time. It seems he. Oh no, he's back. The lag is gone. He's back.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I don't know what to say about this game. I mean, Potomask was left unpunished,
Mhm.
and it just went out of control. We tried something with the Sakuras, but 14 existed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I mean, still a good showing by Atrocity and Isolde. They've made it hard for Burn Skiren,
Mhm.
which very few teams could have the opportunity to say that.
Mhm.
But I mean, they still have a chance in the lower bracket. We'll see if they can make it. They need to make sure they can handle Witcher and Inko. Witcher, not at all a bad player. He has been ranked 2 at one point, so he knows what he's doing on paper.
Mhm.
And looks like the meta suits him well currently.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have to see. Atrocity and this all day, like we've seen their entire journey so far today. It looks like we get to see them play one more game in that last chance match, which will be coming up in around 10 minutes' time. What do you think our viewers should do in those 10 minutes, Shadow? Do you think they should go to makeship.com?
Yes, I've heard they have a deal for Legion TD. They have a partnership, and
Tell
they
me
are
more!
selling out hoodies,
Whoa!
and you can get them before December 12th.
Wow! What happens if you miss it? What happens after December 12th?
No. There's no regret. Like, if you don't take it, you never get it again.
What? I need to go to makeship.com right now! Alright, guys. Enough. At least until after the break. We will see you back here in around 10 minutes' time. And that is going to be a very exciting last chance match. So don't go anywhere. We'll give you some Lo-Fi Yozora to relax after that exciting 2-0 from Barnes Kieran. Until then, we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I'm sure you've all placed your order for the Legion hoodie during the break. If you haven't, go and do it now, obviously. But Shadow, we have the last chance match coming right up. So, Atrocity and Isolde, I believe we've seen them play 1 or 2 games already today. They will now be facing the Crows, of course, none other than Witcher and Inko. So I haven't really seen those guys play much at all in Nova Cup. Inko, I know, did make it to the semi-finals at least once when he played with 1M.
Yes.
Because it was 1M and 1N, right? But I don't remember the last time I saw Witcher playing in Nova Cup. So really hype to see them playing this month, last month of the year, and at least making it through to the last chance match. They did upset already, knocking out Adams and Fuzzlebear, so they are out of the tournament now. Will they be able to repeat that performance here and take on Atrocity and Isolde? What do you think?
Well, I've looked at the games that they did against Adams and Fizzlebear. There was a lot of sussy stuff happening on both sides. So I don't know. The wins weren't convincing, but also there was a lot of mistakes from the opponent. So it's just like I'm not convinced yet, but they did manage to make something happen, right? So props to them on that for sure. But currently, from what I'm seeing, not convinced 100%.
Okay, that's.
They're using
They're
using also some on like not really traditional stuff. I mean, Witcher has the Megamind that has not been used today yet, and Inko is using the YOLO, which also hasn't been used today. So two very like tricky stuff to make work because you don't know. It's like you come in and you don't have a plan and you just throw something at the wall and you hope it works.
Yeah. Interesting. One thing I will say is that the match between Atrocity and Adams in the first round was very close between the two teams. Atrocity did eventually come out on top, but it was very close. And now we've seen the Crows win 2-0 against Adams. So their victory slightly more convincing, let's say, than Atrocity's was. So we know for sure that they're at least playing on around the same level, right? Obviously, Legion can go either way pretty quickly. We've seen that. But we know they're at least on the same level, right? So this should be a pretty exciting series. I think Atrocity and Isolde will win. I think that's my head. I'd love to see Witcher and Inko prove me wrong. I would absolutely love it.
Yeah, and you mentioned how it was 1M and 1N in the past. Now it's W1 and 1N. So we keep the tradition.
Indeed. Numerals and letters, oh my. Let's see. We should have a lobby available. We do. Let's hop in there. Alright.
I mean, from what I've seen, like I know it's a low sample size. There was a lot of handshake gaming. So they seem to like scaling. But against Isolde and Atrocity and what they've shown us, it seems risky to me. So let's see if they can adapt from what they've seen also. Because they can learn from this downtime also. Oh, that's my opponent. What are they doing?
They can scout the games and all the rest of it. Yeah. Well, let's see. We're about to hop into the first game. Remember, folks, this is now the last chance match. So the winner of this series will advance to tomorrow's semi-finals. The loser will be out of the competition. So without any further ado, let's hop into game number 1. We've got Lil Atrocity on the left. We've got the Crows on the right. Here's game number 1. Let's go.
Alright, we'll see if it's going to be Megamind. It is Megamind. Okay, and Megamind's into the cartel, which is a pretty good mastermind considering what Atrocity and Isolde wants to do in the games normally. Okay, I've just talked about how we've never seen Megamind today, and we have 2 Megaminds.
Yep. Oh, and Atrocity getting punished somewhat, I think. That is a rough YOLO roll there. Megamind into YOLO, into one of the worst YOLO rolls I've seen for quite some time. Not only is his curve rough, like 85 gold cheapest unit, but 5 of his 6 units are magic damage. Like this is
Yeah.
disaster territory for Atrocity.
And we're going chaos. Okay. I mean, I feel like there's a high possibility that they're screwed early game. Like, if Witcher and Inko play that correctly early game, they might just be screwed on Atrocity in Isolde's lane. In Isolde, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think
Isolde.
we're going to see any handshake gaming this game. Like, Atrocity must know he
Yeah.
does not have a carry role this game. Surely we're going to see, like, heavy support play now from Atrocity.
Wait, we still start Pota? What? I think this is a terrible idea to start Pota.
I think I would agree, but his role is just so bad. Like, maybe he has a plan?
I mean, in your situation, if you're not the carry player, right, you need to have a unit that can force you to have big sends early. And so going Crab Warlock, yes, it's not the best on 2, but it's a cheaper unit and it's a slower unit. So you can decide to go for long waves more easily. Pota is like a lot of all or nothing. Does it get the heal off? Does it not get the heal off?
Let me counter that, though, with Pota gives him perfect 5 workers, and anything else that he builds, he would not be able to push 5.
Fair point. Fair point. I forgot that the Megamind gives +1 gold, so it's not a 49 gold YOLO.
Now, Witcher does receive a snail here on 2, only added a Nekomata. How is he going to do here? Neko goes down relatively quickly. Gategard has not summoned the second yet. Does get it out now, but I think this is still going to be a small leak here on Witcher. Well, maybe not even that small. That's 50%.
Yeah, kind of surprising it's 50%, to be honest.
This is exactly how you want the game to start, though, if you're Atrocity. Like, you've seen your ugly YOLO roll. You know this game isn't going to be amazing, but getting some early leaks into your opponent, that is what you need to do.
Yeah, but I think that somehow Atrocity and Isolde needs to force 6 at one point. I don't think they want 7 against them. Like, because, I mean, 7 against Isolde, it's kind of what you would want, especially now that he's showing the flower. Just typically, it's the wave with the most stacks available for the Angler, so 7 is natural to send against it. And you have a Pota. Pota is naturally weak-ish because it's still a good tank on 7. So.
Yeah. That buzz is really bad for Isolde, though. Like, the flower not hitting the whole wave. Well, I mean, he's still holding. But maybe his Angler would survive and get a bunch more stacks.
Yeah. I will see. I mean, Atrocity 8 workers.
Yeah, that's... Okay,
is
he's
he
just
aware
going full
he cannot
Sui.
add anything on?
With income, I think he can, right? Yeah, so with the Brute, he at least can add a Windhawk somewhere.
Take your pick.
Yeah. He's going to leak pretty badly to this resend, though, I think, right? It's only 60 Mythium. Maybe this is exactly what Atrocity needs to do, though. Like, essentially just full Sui in the early game, pressure his opponent, and hope that Isolde can carry?
I don't know. I mean, after this send from Inko, I mean, don't we just, like, long save to 7? I mean, 4 to 7 is, like, pretty good. No. We have put a mask with champion, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's better than Pota with Windhawk as your only ad. So 56% is the leak there for Atrocity. How will his Brute fare? 51. So Witcher actually leaking a lower percentage to the Power Mercenary. That's not great for Atrocity.
No, especially with wave 7 being open. I think 7 is obvious. Like, for my mind, how I play the game, like, for me, like, I see those build and okay, we're just going 7 and we're winning the game.
7 from all 4 players, you think?
For Witcher and Inko, I think if you're Atrocity and Isolde, you want to force 6. So that's the the end all they have, basically. Like,
Well, 6 might actually be really forcible because Inko, he's playing this quite aggressively. He's gone up to 8 workers. He's 70 under already. He's not looking great on 6. Isolde should be able to send at least 2 brutes there, and Inko might just crumble.
yeah, I mean, he might be a bit too greedy on this one. They expected income here, but I mean, they might be forced to go 6. That could be in their favor of his Isolde and Atrocity.
I mean, Isolde doesn't look amazing on 6 either, let's be real.
Yeah, no, I think maybe if you're scared here, you go here into a resend. I think that's pretty manageable. They're going
go for the
I mean,
send.
not
I
go.
don't know how I feel about this dragon turtle though.
I mean, it's the I have 40 mission before income. I want my income, and I'm gonna send something kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Against champion Pota in a red mask to tank, there's still a chance there's a hold happening on this lane on Inko.
I just think the second brute was so important though, because second brute goes on to the left side, right,
Yeah,
and then shuts down the Pota a bit.
Yeah. But
I
no,
like
it's just
this.
perfect. But I think this is a hold.
It's just a hold, right? Like it's an easy hold. Meanwhile, Isolde receiving a pretty big send of his own. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh no, we were watching the wrong lanes. Atrocity leaks at 83% against triple DT, and his teammate received 140 cents. So, yeah, little Atrocity. I don't want to call a game before it's over, but this game's over, man. Like, come on.
I mean, there's a resend coming from Inko, and the Witcher is going also for it. I don't like the Brute though. There's a flower that would expose the Brute. I would go for range sends instead.
Yeah. Wow, this is a rough game. A lot of it comes down to Atrocity's role.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But there's been some mistakes as well, right? Like, let's be honest. Do they just win the game here, actually? Are they just going to straight up win with this Brute Robo reset?
There's a chance Isolde holds, but I don't know if he covers in the middle. Bunk is also pretty good, but then there's not any damage behind it also, so I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. Like,
it's not 100% sure, but there's a high chance they lose here.
Yeah. Well, Atrocity at least is doing quite well here with his plus 70, so value might just be winning out. In fact, that looks like a hold. And on Isolde, well, maybe a baby leak.
Yeah, baby leak.
A real baby leak, in fact. This is... okay, I underestimated their builds, it seems.
But I like the reasoning of we go for resend. Their builds are like inherently bad on 7, but they didn't push a worker. Atrocity plus 70.
Yeah. Like if they had pushed 1 worker each, they would just die here, right?
Yeah. But it's still in favor of Witcher and Inko. They decide to slow down a little bit and go for income here. I don't dislike it. It opens up a lot more lines, especially against Kingpin potential.
Yeah.
I think the next step should go for a 10, but Witcher goes for income on 10, while Inko goes for a full send. And then it opens up 14 to finish the game. So slower pace for now, but it's due to Kingpin being present, basically.
Oh, Witcher's sneaking in a post-income brute here. He just misses it. He tried.
Yeah, I mean, it's the like, I mean, if I get it, I get it, but I don't want to add anything else.
Yeah. Witcher receives a robo of his own, but he's making short work of that. So things just going further and further in favor of the Crows here.
Yeah, but I think the line is quite clear for Inko and Witcher. Like it should be like a 10 cent into 14 end. I think it's quite clear. I think if they go for income, it's a bit of a blunder because then you open up your weak waves. But if you keep control and you force those waves, you should keep control of the game.
Yeah. Isolde gets the first of his kingpins. We have to assume he gets the second one next wave, just to make sure that he can cover his teammate there, who will need it, by the way. Inko's on fire already. Having said that, Witcher and Inko both looking pretty bad on wave 10 themselves, right?
Yeah, that's why the Tencent is important. Witcher can be good with the star color. That can cover Inko, but the Witcher needs to go income here, and
Yeah.
Inko can try and break, basically. That was the logic of this line, basically.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And here comes the send. Inko's just going for income as well. And do you know what? That also kind of makes sense to me. Like, I know there's a good chance he can break Atrocity here, but they're so far ahead right now, Shadow. Like,
Yeah.
if they trade evenly here, they're winning.
Yeah, I still think Atrocity leaks to that Sen, to be honest with you. But it's just on paper, like the better play if you want to maximize your lead would be to full send Atrocity here.
Yeah. Yeah, maximizing your king ups is not bad either, because they know they're taking some damage here, I think.
I mean, we have a Star Quarter, and Atrocity has the brilliant idea to just help the Star Quarter one-shot the boss by going for a pack leader.
Yeah, watch the spell. Bam! There goes his health.
I mean, I don't know. Personally, I dislike pack on 10 because wave 10 is arcane defense, and you just make everything just one-shot the boss.
Oh, I mean, Witcher is just barely holding. And, of course, Inko leaks. We always saw that. And you were right, Atrocity did leak to the income. We even get one more Starcaller shot onto the boss. So 1400 damage. The Crow's taking very little king damage here as a result.
Inko, control your push. Inko, control your push. No, you don't push too much. No, he's pushing too much. Oh.
Yeah, I guess that means they have a different plan to yourself, rather than going 13. 14,
yeah,
sorry.
the problem with 13 is just that this build on Atrocity, the one strong wave Atrocity have is 13.
Yeah. And Isolde is not that bad there, even with the kingpins, right? Because this unit is broken, and he just has good tank value to stand in front of it.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a blunder because now 13's open. Oh. I will see. Maybe the values don't follow and they can still make it work, but it's just I'm a bit fearful this is a start of a throw.
Atrocity unsurprisingly at the bottom of the power score, and yeah, it definitely opens up their 13. You're absolutely right about that. Witcher and Inko, if they just pushed a couple less, they would have a very clear path to 14 right now. As it stands, we'll have to see. We might see all 4 players send 13.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing for Witcher and Inko is that Atrocity and Isolde weren't that pushed, but Atrocity did push to no sense, so this means they have the intention of going 13.
And Isolde shows his Berserker that he's rolled here with Chaos. Pretty solid, shifting a bit of gold as well. Atrocity looks like he's shifting a lot of gold, trying to force that 13 send from both sides.
I think in the position of Atrocity, you have to. With your build, you don't want 14 to happen.
Oh,
so
he's
playing
building.
to your line.
I actually really liked the play for him to just full shift here.
Yeah, now we're not sure. Like, I mean, we have Protoss on both lanes, so I mean, they might feel confident that they don't need to send.
Well,
It's tricky. This is a tricky spot.
It doesn't look like anyone's sending.
But why did we push the no send then on Atrocity?
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, well, 14.
And now the worker push of Inko is looking really smart now, right? Because they don't receive a send here on 13. Inko has a heavy worker advantage, so the send he gets into Atrocity is going to be that much bigger.
Yeah, and they have way more king HP to work with, so they
Yeah.
have that leverage too.
Yeah, like if it comes down to a race, Witcher and Inko are always winning, right?
Yes, they should be at least. I mean, Azeria is still a decent tank on 14. Unfortunately, the one of Witcher is not tanking, so that's a slight issue. Um,
Yeah, but he can turn this into a Seraphim if he needs to, or even sell it. Honestly, just sell it.
yeah. Oh,
Alright, here comes the wave 14 shadow. I have a sneaking suspicion there won't be another wave after this one. The Sens are pretty big on all sides. Isolde probably going to be closest to value with some decent units, but some dead value as well. I don't know,
yeah.
man. I don't see Atrocity and Isolde survive this one.
I mean, I want to be honest. Inko Sen, I like it a lot. I like Inko Sen a lot.
The double ogre? Yeah, pretty
Double
good.
ogre, I guess. Yeah.
It's going to chew through the Haven. The lifesteal's going to keep it healthy. Oh, here it comes, guys. We've got 500 plus Mythium on nearly all players. A bit less onto the side of the Crows, but they also have more value, so and more King HP. I think I have a sneaking suspicion which way this one's going to go. And Atrocity is absolutely crumbling. That's a huge leak from him. 92%. Isolde is doing better, but it's just not going to be enough. Witcher does leak meanwhile, but Inko fully holds with that Dread Knight battle scars. Isolde leaks, and Lil Atrocity, they do die here on 14.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. Inko, I apologize. Your worker push was the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah. Yeah, the worker push there from Inko, absolutely 5-head. Could have backfired. If Atrocity and Isolde had played for that wave 13 send. But didn't, and of course that means he ends up looking like an absolute genius. But Shadow, we said this game was going to be close.
That's what Legion.
This game was not close. Like, Witcher and Inko were really far ahead for basically the entire game. Maybe some of that comes down to Atrocity's YOLO roll. Maybe. But the lead was really defining. Like, they were very much in control of this game from start to finish.
Yeah, I like how I don't have to speak any words and you just know what I'm about to say, so it's perfect.
There you go. Great minds think alike, Shadow. Hey.
But yeah, I mean, I doubted the 6. I thought that Atrocity would do better, but the split wasn't good enough for the Priestess. It died, and so it meant that the damage was gone after that. So the big leak happened on 6th, and that wasn't part of the plan, I think, for Atrocity and Isolde.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big part of your cheapest unit being Windhawk, right? Like, you don't have that tier 1 that you can afford to raise the
That's
split
true.
with on wave 6 and just sell it again on 7. So you're more at risk of getting terrible aggro, like he did, like he leaked the entire wave to some Dragon Turtles when his teammate was receiving 164 send. And yeah, the game was a doomer. Drakir spiked his YOLO rolls. GG, go next. Hopefully they can play better in game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I think there's a reason why we don't see YOLO in Nova Cup that often.
It is quite risky. There's a bunch of players who pick it all the time, Drakir being one of them, but of course he is rigging the rolls behind the scenes. Joke on you, of course. YOLO every single game. Speaking of which, by the way, do we have any results from the other side of the bracket, Shadow?
Let me check.
I do know that Fine and Sagittarius have made it through to the semi-finals, so they came out first place from the other group.
I don't have anything from Yellow Hoodie and Dark Joker. Like, I don't see anything from them.
So maybe game's still going on, but that would have been going on for a really long time if so.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what's going on that much. So, I mean, they're not starting the game yet, or they are close to. I'm gonna check Red Hoodie's stream to know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, so we do know at least the first two semi-finalists are going to be Barnish Kieran, Drakir and Lucy, and Fine and Sagittarius, Team Spont. So two pretty big powerhouses have guaranteed made it through. The winner of the series we're watching right now will go forward to meet Fine and Sagittarius, and the winner of the other last chance match will go forward to meet Drakir and Lucy. So pretty exciting stuff. We are about to get into game number 2 here, so we will very shortly find out, will Witcher and Inko be taking that semi-final spot, or can Atrocity and Isolde make it through to game 3? Let's see as we get into game number 2.
Yeah, okay, update. They just didn't update the score, so it is currently Redudi and Suluguni against King Dance and Twitter.
Okay, oh, King Dance and Widdowson are back, of course. So Abrasiat fighting for their life currently in the last chance match on the other group to determine who gets to face Barnish Kieran tomorrow. But Shadow, we have game 2 on our hands. Remember, the Crows are 1-0 in the lead. Remember, they need to win here to make it to the semi-finals. So Lil Atrocity, they are fighting for their tournament life right now.
I mean, we have random lock-in from Witcher. I like this a lot, especially with Trager's spell. We also have the cartel to go with that. That's also pretty good.
Yeah. Cartel, of course, very, very good in these hyper-aggressive games. So all-out assault, overwork both on the table. Cartel peaks around wave 10, 11. So perfect for that.
Look at his Soulless roll.
Yeah, that's a roll. That is a roll. He has the Pipsqueak, pretty good. He has DK APS with good tanks, pretty good. Doesn't take the DK actually, goes for the catapults. Okay, I can
he
see it.
has to take the rats.
He has to take the rats.
To take the rats.
Yeah.
But he takes Pipsqueak without APS and Dark Mage. That's a fumble for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, not taking the APS or the Dark Mage is crazy actually. Like Lumerian with APS, with Dark Mage, isn't that just the best unit in the game?
Yeah. If it's a vampire game on top of it, then it's unbeatable.
Meanwhile, Atrocity has a very strong Nightmare Butcher roll here. He's got Gargoyle to splash on 3. He's got Whirlybird to tank the Scorpion King on 5. He's got some pretty solid options. Only thing he's lacking is some late game, but I have a feeling, looking at these Legion spells, Atrocity is not planning for there to be a late game.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely, like, the fact that Witcher has Pipsqueak as well is gonna make it a bit hard to go for 11, but 12 is still open. We're gonna say shout out to Goodyear for the gifted sub also to the channel.
Yeah, very kind, what a beast. Isolde leaking 33%, did get snail checked there on his Lumerian, did have his Packrat underground, so yeah, that's kind of fine, but again, it does kind of hurt the Packrat player when the waves are longer, when they have lower workers than everybody else.
It's like this 50-50. Like, Jules and I kind of disagree on that because we see the game a bit differently. Like, I see it as a pressure thing that, oh, I leak only small with Pipsqueak, I can apply more pressure for wave 4 or wave 3.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're just going income, then the point of Jules is more favorable. That is a net 6 gold difference to the opposing team.
Yeah.
So I think in this scenario, it did favor Witcher and Inko for that fact because we go for income a lot.
Yeah, fair. Atrocity actually opted to go for the Wildshroom here instead of a double Gargoyle. I'm not sure that was the correct decision, but I mean, look, he's holding regardless, right? So it's fine.
Where are we going? I mean, Isolde's playing 5 workers because he's Packrat, but everybody else is like super high worker, Witcher especially is 8 workers.
Wave 5 or even 6 looks pretty good against Inko, but of course Witcher's really strong on both of those waves.
I don't like it's possible to leak the Pipsqueak on it, especially with only gargoyles. But Atrocity has been sending a lot, but that's kind of what you do with Saboteur. You just send partial and then you send big. But against the Pipsqueak, it kind of doesn't work because the Pipsqueak's just pushing anyhow.
Yeah. Well, we've at least answered one question. Isolde will be sending here on wave
he's
5.
testing it.
So will Witcher. So will Atrocity, in fact. We've got 3 players full sending, only Inko opting for that income send. He does get the Coiler here. Isolde sent double Robo. I have to assume he's going to send one more with that next 40 Mythium. Oh, if he even reaches it. But the Deep Coil is just going to farm them.
Yeah, but does he kill the Scorpion King?
That is a good question.
We'll see. I mean, killing the Robos and killing the wave, it's more effective to kill the wave.
True. 2 shots to wave, 3 shots to Robos. Now it's on the king. Does it kill it? It does, barely.
It does. Okay, worth it.
56 for Inko, 42 for Witcher, and we've got a full hold for Atrocity, and Isolde is leaking 2 creeps. So, First Blood does go the way of Lil Atrocity.
I mean, that's the start you want for Atrocity and Isolde for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing Kingsguard and you have an HP lead, you're feeling confident.
Yeah, especially like getting them down to 65% is so important in a game like this where you have all-out assault, where you have overwork, because you just aim for like a 1-2 punch, right? All they need to do now, maybe they take 1 round of income, maybe even another full send somewhere like wave 9, but really the game plan now is to just end the game on wave 11.
Atrocity is keeping true to the Saboteur tactics of just trickle sending and making it awkward to push workers.
Yeah.
I think Atrocity should go full on 7 because the Witcher decided to add more magic damage on top of his magic damage. So
Witcher is leaking half the wave to a Dragon Turtle here.
that's kind of what happens when you add magic damage on top of your magic damage.
Yeah.
You leak to arcane defense.
Yeah. And, I mean, he shifted a lot of gold. He's obviously aiming for that bunk on 7.
Yeah.
Can he even afford it now after leaking so much?
He needs the income, but he should be. He needs to sell one
He
thing.
needs to sell, yeah. That leak really hurt Witcher. I mean, not least did it hurt because the wave was so long. So Atrocity gets the extra 20 seconds or so of Mythium generation.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's a lot of income still. I think that the only way Witcher and Inko switch the game around is to go and play for all of the Assault 11. I think they don't have a choice to aim for that at this point. So if you want to do that, 2 choices. You low push here into going 11, or you push hard, go for another round of income, and then go 11. But you need to make sure that you're strong on 9 and 10. And is that the case? I mean, we have Coiler, we have Bunk, we have Boom Tree possible. I think it's possible.
It's possible. Does he kill the brute? He does! I mean, Witcher, this was a very crucial comeback moment here for him to be able to mostly hold the full resend.
Alright, do we have the income here? Or... Okay,
No.
we don't.
Okay. All sides wanting to maintain pressure.
It becomes very difficult for Witcher and Inko because without the income or the low push, it's very hard to go 11 from this point on.
Yeah.
We'll see how they maneuver. I mean, they might income 9 if they expect that. I mean, it's still possible, 9 to 11.
I think they kind of have to, right? Like they've both pushed quite heavily, and they're both pretty weak on 9. I think they have to send here.
I think Witcher can do well on 9 with a Boom Tree, but he doesn't have the front line to give it that much time too, so...
I mean, Witcher can do well, but he's nearly leaking no send here on 8. Like, his value is so
Yeah.
low.
Yeah. They
They
are
do
playing
income
risky to try and come back, so...
Wait, does he leak? My god. Okay, yeah, now they definitely have to send.
Yeah, but Atrocity and Isolde, do they just go 10? Despite the leak? No, they go here. Okay. I mean, it's still like a saving grace that the opponent doesn't go 10. So at least we can play for something here.
Yeah. Ah, Witcher's actually going for the Millennium, it looks like.
I mean, I don't dislike it. I do prefer Boom Tree because you can then add a treant to tank for it.
Yeah. Inko's going for the Shadow Dancer.
I don't
think
like
Inko's
this.
going to do very well here, Shadow. I think he might be leaking just a bit.
Like, Shadow Dancer is a good unit, but guess what it needs? It needs frontline. Guess what Inko doesn't have?
Yeah. I see where you're going with this one. His Iron Maiden going down very, very quickly indeed. That was his last remaining tank. The Shadow Dancer is exposed. Meanwhile, in Witcher's lane, really nice split aggro actually. Borderline perfect. Still leaks, of course, but only 38%. And Inko, meanwhile... Does he get one more? No, he doesn't. 42% for him. And that is 28 gold on the Mimic. Not too shabby. Both Atrocity and Isolde holds. That was a full send on to Isolde as well. So really, really good wave here for the side of Little Atrocity. And for all of you Game 3 fans in the chat.
Yeah. Definitely good for the wave. Oh, no, Witcher! No!
Oh, he's going for the full King Ups as well. This just really plays into the hand of Atrocity and Isolde. If they want to now, receiving this income send, I think Isolde could just full Sui push essentially, take the aggressive spell, and just win the game on 11.
That's possible, but I think with allowance in play and a possible Haven, don't you just play it slow and go 13? If you're Atrocity and Isolde? I think like if they go 13, it's just a secured win because you get double GK and I don't think Witcher can kill it.
I mean, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Like, everyone's value is low. I feel like Atrocity's been playing for Wave 11 the entire game. Witcher even leaks to a snail here. This Wave 11's looking quite appealing to me.
Yeah, I do agree, but it's just that with these incomes then, like, it's safer to go for a bit longer, basically.
Yeah, you're right.
And force them to build for 11, 12, because you need to remember that you still have this unit that can happen.
Yeah,
that does stuff sometimes. Like, in this case, it would die, definitely.
Yeah,
but do you want to risk it when your life is on the line and you're in control? Would you rather just go longer and just go for a safe wave 13 with higher medium and they have less likelihood of holding? So I think in their position, taking the safest route with the income on 10 happening from Witcher, it was the smart move.
You make a very compelling case, Shadow. It seems Atrocity and Isolde are on a similar bandwidth. They do not send here, and receiving the round of Income King now on 11, I feel like that wave 13 is feeling very, very appealing to them right now.
Yeah, I mean, if they want, they can go 14, but I think this is too far. If they go 14, that's too far, and then Witcher and Inko can get back in the game. That's the problem. So I think 13 is a sweet spot where you can make the game end, basically.
Yeah. Atrocity and Isolde looking pretty good on the value. I mean, talking about value, we have Witcher here with 2.1. He's plus 30 right now, despite being saved upon. Atrocity, of course, does have a decent chunk of Mythium to be able to send him. I don't know. Like, will it be 13? Lumerian, Doomsday looking really strong there.
Yeah, but the Lumerian sucks against GK. Doomsday sucks against GK. If we get two of them, Are they really good?
Yeah, true.
And that's my questioning, basically. Do they know first that Dominion is bad against GK? Some people don't know that.
It makes sense, right? Like, it's
But
all
we
auto attack
definitely know
damage, and what's more, it's all like
Yeah.
ramping damage. So it's weakest at the start of the wave. That kind of makes sense to have the GK there. They save again, though. Oh my.
I mean, I feel the builds of Inko and Witcher are stronger 14 than they are 13. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm not really convinced if 14 is better. The advantage 14 has is that we're playing Nightmare Butcher. So we kind of don't want 15. So it protects 15.
That's
So
true.
it
That's
allows
true.
you after to go 16. So in terms of future waves, it makes more sense to go 14. But I'm afraid that Witcher and Inko might hold 14. And that's
Yeah.
my issue.
You're right. And what's more, Witcher makes the correct read here as well. He added 3 green devils here on 13, so he would have been pretty weak actually to a 13 send, right, with this build?
Yeah.
Well, here come the Ghost Knights from Atrocity, perhaps one wave too late, some might say.
We'll see. I mean, I've been proven wrong in the past.
No, never.
Witcher and Inko.
Witcher and Inko, surely they go for another round of Income and King. They do
They
not. Oh my.
They feel confident. They're strong. I mean, I see their build and I see them strong on this wave. Yes, that. But it takes a lot of confidence to say that we're gonna hold.
Yeah. I mean, he's got 3 high-level caskets with a white main aura. This thing, not to be underestimated if there's enough tank value in front of it. Are they going to do the king upgrades? It looks like no. Maybe they're just expecting 14.
It's 14 right now.
15, sorry. Maybe they're expecting 15.
Yeah, maybe. But when you're standing into a Nightmare, I don't think Nightmare wants to race in 50.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see if the gamble pays off, because if Witcher and Inko do survive here, then having that Mythium stockpiled is going to be pretty nice for them. The tanks now of Inko have gone down, the Dread Knight is exposed, does go down quickly under the double Ogre. He did clear up most of the wave first, however. Witcher leaks 82, Inko leaks 60, and I think that is game number 3 on the card, Shadow.
Yeah, I think like 13 would have worked as well, but they decided 14 for safety, I guess.
Yeah.
But on paper, the builds were stronger on 14, so...
Victory.
I guess the amount of Mythium just kind of won out over the build quality. And
yeah, definitely.
That's it for game number 2. We do have everything to play for now as we move into game 3. This really is the last chance saloon now. Whoever picks up game 3 is through to tomorrow. Whoever loses, tournament is over. So, pretty exciting stuff. These two teams actually end up being much closer matched than I would have predicted. So, credit where due. I think Inko and Witcher have exceeded expectations here, proving to be the dark horse here in Nova Cup Division 1. They've already taken down Adams and Fizzlebear, and are they going to do the same here to Atrocity and Isolde? Off the back of game number 1, they were steamrolling. Things did obviously take a turn here in game 2, but we know they have the ability, Shadow. The question is now, will they succeed?
I mean, if they want to succeed, they need to round up the edges a little bit. They seem a bit rough, because that income on wave 10 kind of killed the game a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's the danger, because normally, like, if you're on the ladder, right? If you're playing on the ladder casually, like you're just playing the game, well, it's often good to go for income king after receiving a big send. But the problem is that when you do that, you open a lot of possible lines, right? You alleviate pressure, and so the opponent can do whatever they want. And so like, it depends now what type of opponent are you playing. You're playing against me? I'm sorry, you just opened me for a long save.
Shadow, you don't need an opening for a long save. It's always a long save.
I'm trying to give an explanation. No, you're right. I don't need a reason. But yeah, I mean, basically, for normal people, it opens up a lot of stuff. Right,
Yeah.
it gives them the opportunity to make a decision. Um, and I think Witcher and Ninko are a lot with the mentality of solo queue, and it's just I play for myself. I don't play together yet. And in Nova Cup, it's important like to make the play together to make sure that we can come back. Like
Yeah.
there was an opening with aggressive spells on wave 11, it wasn't taken, and so Atrocity and Isolde were able to maneuver the mid game. So they had the pace, they had the control over the pacing of the game.
Yeah. All right, still waiting for Inco here, so let's see. But pretty exciting that we get to get a game number 3 nonetheless. Everything has been really on a nice edge so far between most of the teams. The only really commanding victory that we've seen, of course, was Barnish Kieran, which perhaps to be expected. The rest of the teams seem fairly evenly matched today. And I really can't call it. I'm going to stick with what I said before the series. I still think Atrocity and Isolde would win, but I would absolutely love Witcher and Inco to prove me wrong and make that semi-final spot their own. But yeah, it's too close to call, man.
Yeah, I think the motivation is the hoodie. I think it has to be the motivation for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna buy 12. You know, 8 might not be enough. Sometimes
Okay, 4, 8,
yeah,
12.
yeah. But I need to buy
think we
different
need Julian
sizes.
to find the Siri. Where's Julian? Julian, we need a mathematician to find the following number in the Siri of Penny. We'll call it Penny Siri.
But I'm going to throw a spanner in the works because the series might not be linear. Because I need to buy different sizes so that the kids have larger hoodies to grow into, you know? So it might not all be multiples of 4. But anyway, the players have saved us from the sellout because here we have the all-important game number 3. Let's go.
Alright, so no aggressive spell this time, but there's Hyper Carry, champion chosen by Atrocity. And we'll see if there's redraw or Chaos chosen with that. So there is Chaos.
Champion Chaos, yeah.
Saboteur and Aristocrat. I mean, Aristocrat this game, I don't dislike it. There's no aggressive spell, so you have time to scale.
Pretty good aristocrat role as well. Like he does have that buckler, so obviously it's not a tier 1, but it's close. Maybe the only better ones are Howler and Gargoyle.
I mean, I don't know. Like you say, it's a good aristocrat role, but the problem I have is that.
Oh.
Well, first the selection, and second, how does the tier 6s like combine together, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I definitely don't love the fact that he's picked 3 tier 6s
no. Okay, I'm out. No, it's just like, okay, this opener. Okay, I dislike it with a passion.
Yeah, it can get a little bit silly. The wave 5 aggro at least has been fixed, so the Scorpion King no longer goes on a journey.
But it's just like. It's just so easy to punish, and now we're in a tournament game. We have Atrocity in Isolde, and like if you think they're not gonna go for an 11 send and send you a power at like a tank mercenary where you have 0 DPS to kill it, like I don't know what you're taking. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it punishes. There aren't any aggressive spells, at least, so that wave 11 might not be as much of a weakness as it would in most games.
We'll see. I don't know. Like in the ladder, I can understand. Like it works because people don't necessarily know how to send against it, but I do. I would hope at least that Isolde knows how to send against it.
Yeah. Isolde is a pretty good player, I've heard.
I've heard the same.
A brute. It's wave 3.
A brute. Brutus?
Yeah, Solday does go for the Devilfish. Not terrible. Puts it in the split.
Yeah, I prefer the split.
Yeah.
Yeah, the split is more stable. Because you have a split tank, you utilize the HP of both, rather
Yeah.
than just utilizing the HP of the Devilfish.
And the Nightmare's going to absolutely obliterate the left side, right? So we know
It should, yes.
Isolday's not going to get some unlucky focus where he attacks the Brute and leaks the entire wave. He's at least going to kill everything on the left.
If I'm lagging as well.
Yeah, I had a bit of lag there as well, so maybe it's not just you this time. But the Nightmare absolutely cleaning house here. Will, of course, be a leak to the Brute, but only 38%. Isolde, I think, pretty happy with that. His teammates should be able to cover as well.
What I wanted to point out is that Isolde, the difference between his build and the one of Lucy was the half square. Because the build of Lucy, the Brute was on the side of the Berserker. While the one of Isolde went on the Devilfish.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know which one's better. I know in certain situations the Brute can get sniped, but I don't know what are those situations. I don't play these builds with the half square because I prefer to leak with Fiesta, you know?
Yeah. Well, talking of Brutes, we do have another one here from Atrocity all the way into Witcher's Lane. Doesn't get the snail to add, so it's only a Brute.
It's only a Brute? But the Brute is in the split, so it's not targeted by the seedlings, so it's not like the focus. Now it's getting stuck on the Serpent.
Oh, he's focusing the Brute. That is really unfortunate there from Witcher. This should have been a pretty comfortable hold. Instead, he's leaking 51%. And, well, with the Triple Serpent, Inko should be able to cover. So no king damage, but a pretty bad leak whilst on decent value there for Witcher.
Yeah, and Inko is stuck at 6 worker.
Yeah, not ideal. And here comes that Robo-Send once again. Inko is also 2 gold short of being able to add a buckler here on 5, so he would really like that additional tank value, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with how it works on 5, right? Like the buckler would pull the king, the backline would kill a bunch of scorpions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But now this just leaks horribly.
Yeah. Oh, he is at least attacking the Scorpion King. I think he gets the kill. He does. He won't kill that robot.
He's still 6 workers.
Oh no. What is his plan? Why is he 6 workers?
I don't know.
Isn't the point of the Broken Serpent build that you can be on a high work account?
Yes.
Huh. Is he disconnected? Oh, he's playing Aristocrat. I see. He's being greedy.
Oh. Now, do we all see why I hate this?
Yeah.
It's going on.
I don't love it. He's got 2 coilers now. I mean, he's getting a resend. Surely he's going to press the worker button now.
Surely. It's not like he's very far behind in workers already, and his teammate is not doing any better in terms of workers. So. I'm sorry. I'm killing the vibe of a game tree. I need to be more optimistic. I need to not focus on this build too much. They have a chance to come back. We just need to spot it. But we're sending it to Potamask with 0 workers.
Yeah, not ideal. Champion
Potamask
nonetheless, by the way.
Can you help me be optimistic? Because I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't.
Well, let's see. He's going to place some tier 6s. He's going to income to the moon. And his late game's going to be insane with hyper carry on gates.
Okay. Let's focus on that image.
Focusing.
Now we can go ahead. Okay.
Let's go. Meanwhile, Ateria in the Twitch chat. Ateria tiene una pregunta. Él quiere nosotros hablamos en español para el stream. ¿Se bien, Potu?
I'm not as comfortable as you. I understand it. I understand what you say, but I'm not comfortable speaking it. So it's
Okay,
just,
okay, we're back to English in that case. Phew, secretly quite relieved.
But Atrocity and Isolde are going for a lot of income, so that is a window. Witcher and
That is a
Inco can
window.
utilize that to their advantage to force something.
And Inco has taken the worker advantage for the first time in the game, so he's been playing from behind this entire time. Now he's up to 13. His income is pretty far behind, though, as a result of staying low workers. Here we have a big wave 8 send. I mean, was this... really?
This is, yeah.
Huh.
Well, I mean, it's a window. Right? It's just
Yeah.
it's not the right one to take.
Is
I
it
mean,
a
the thing
misclick?
they
Because
should
he's
have
adding lizards.
it might have been a mistake, but they're going full send. I don't know. But I mean, let's explain what was the correct line for Inco and Witcher. This is definitely a hold for Atrocity and Isolde.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think the pressure play was successful. What they needed to do is to pressure wave 10. Why? Because 11 exists, and 11 is something you need to be worried about when you're playing Coilers, because if they send a tank mercenary, the Coilers cannot target it unless you place a frontline unit at the level of Coilers, and then
Yeah.
it screw all your builds, so that's not what you want.
Yeah, and Atrocity is like in a really strong spot now. He has that champion Azeria built. He's just held a full send, and he's just in a very, very strong position already. And like you say, the fact that they sent there on 8 does give him a chance at least on 10, although he's still very weak there, don't get me wrong, but at least he won't be receiving like 300 Mythium.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Isolde here will be strong on 10 with the Doppel, but you can do those kind of plays that one goes income, one goes full. When this kind of thing happens, the most important thing would have been to avoid an 11 send, basically. That was the whole point of the pressure on 10, basically.
And like you say, these Coilers, which should be pretty strong in the early game, are really starting to look like quite the liability on the side of the Crows. Do go for a full send on 10. At least from Witcher.
Yeah, I mean, it should have been also on Inco going full on Atrocity, but he's not going to. Maybe he's comfortable that this is still going to leak, but...
Yeah, Isolde doesn't get the Doppel, instead opting for a Berserker. Will be receiving triple leak. Brute.
I don't know. Inco not going at least for a mole is kind of disappointing.
Yeah, Atrocity and Isolde look like they're in a very good spot right now. Isolde has so much Mythium stored up. When they receive this send here, like, Atrocity doesn't need to build next wave. He can just full push and be fine. Yeah. The Brutes are still alive in Isolde's lane, though. This will be a decent leak for him, actually. I expected he would do better than this. He's actually leaking like a nearly half HP boss plus a couple of Brutes. Atrocity, of course, holds. I say of course, it's kind of a barely holding situation.
Yeah, and like, Atrocity holding, he shouldn't hold here. And, oh, guess what? Oh, wait, there's a Ghost Knight. Wait, on what lane is the Ghost Knight?
Well, here is the Ghost Knight, and pretty much exactly as Shadow was saying earlier on, he just doesn't have the DPS to kill it. The one saving grace, I suppose, is that this unit's pretty good on wave 11, and actually not bad at killing Ghost Knights, right? Because it's predominantly spell damage.
True. This might be the one case where it might still do good. Like, I don't know. Everybody's hyper carry except the Inco is Titan. We might kill part of the wave.
Yeah, or at least like injure it. But I guess that's what the Hermit is for.
I mean, the Hermit is dead.
Oh, the Hermit is dead. Yeah, the Coilers are the Coilers are 5-head. Actually, hey, wait a second, Shadow. Is Inko just a 5-head all along? Like the Haven's just opening up the wave, and the Coilers are destroying it. It's the easiest hold of all time. It's not even close. This game's just been broken wide open, and meanwhile, Isolde's leaking to a Dino. Huh? Jules? Ostrich? What just happened here?
Am I getting disconnected? I think so.
You have been disconnected. So the game has kind of just flipped on its head, Shadow. The big Wave 11 send, which we thought was going to spell disaster for Inko, was actually the biggest snack of his life. The Haven just, with Titan, decimating the wave, bringing all of the wave creeps down to low HP, so the Coilers just ripped through them like a hot knife through butter. Inko, he was minus 200 something value. Easy hold on him, and now what was looking pretty good for Atrocity and Isolde is borderline disaster as Crows have flipped the game a complete 180. They are now very heavily favoured to win.
Yeah. I mean, props to Enko making it work. I was not a believer, and I'm still not a believer. But I mean, I do think that the Hermit send was maybe a true of AD mission, but at the same time, what do you send else?
Yeah.
So I kind of understand the argument too.
And Isolde's value is looking very shaky, and I'm going to be honest, Atrocities is not much better. The Crows may just take the series here on 13. They went for a pretty heavy push after that Wave 11 send. Witcher does get the crucial 4 eyes because this Hypercarry Doppel is pretty strong, but I just don't think it's going to be strong enough. Isolde should be leaking massively.
But doesn't just Atrocity hold?
Atrocity? I mean, he's minus 320. The Azeria is very good here with Champion, but can it be enough? Maybe. I mean, the Kite is wasting a lot of time there for the creeps. The Masks are tanking everything before the Azeria. Maybe he does. Isolde leaks everything, though. That's literally 100% leak for him. And Atrocity does hold. You're right.
It's just the Sen. Like, it's good against Mask, but the Mask aren't the problem on 13. Like, they're the problem in terms of tank value. You kind of need to deal with that Azeria somehow.
A resend, actually. So Atrocity and Isolde, they're going for their counter-attack here on 14. Witcher is trying to leak his guy again. I mean, Isolde's value is horrific, so I can definitely see why he would do that. Now Witcher and Inko have a bit of a problem on their hands, though, because these sends coming out are not small. I would like to see Inko with the Harden, but it looks like they're expecting 15. No, he does Harden. Okay, in that case, Inko, I would love you to do the King upgrades. He does! I mean, I'm just absolutely over the moon with the way this young man is playing here.
Yeah. I'm a bit surprised that Atrocity and Isolde did not go for 15. But yeah, I'm just a bit surprised. I mean, 14 is one of the good wave of the build of Inko, so that's why I'm a bit surprised.
And Isolde, of course, is leaking full. Well, 69, nice.
Witcher's leaking.
5 and the shutdown. Inko, 50 and the shutdown.
But they have full king.
Survive? I don't know. Needlers are always scary.
Yeah, the Needlers are always scary, but should be okay on wave 14. But now, I mean, Isolde is pretty much out. He's been leaking quite a lot. And Inko did not save the Mythium, the King Ups. I mean, 17? Is it 17? I don't know. I mean, 16 is possible. Everybody's low value. What? Okay. Might be 16.
Yeah. I think I would have liked to see Witcher just sending again, honestly. Like, he can just farm gold here.
The problem with the strategy of just farming gold is that at one point, if Isolde doesn't like Isolde still has strong waves, and if your goal is to end the game on 16 and you send on 15, then he might hold 16 because it's a strong
Yeah,
wave.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I guess they have to go 16, right? Which is actually a very
with
strong
the
wave
values?
for both Atrocity and Isolde.
Yeah. Just the value of Inko is not there.
Yeah,
He did push quite heavily, so that seems to be the play. Yeah.
they do go. Oh wait, Inko's actually leaking quite a lot to no send.
I
Yikes.
wonder why.
That's bad. That actually brings Isolde back into the game. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding. He's going to get so much gold from this league. But so's Witcher.
The weakness of Serpent, a giant quadrupus. Oh.
Isolde got 250 gold from that league. 250 gold for no send. Like, if he'd been able to hold his own wave, he would actually be back in the game right now. And this is his best wave. Like, 16 is his best wave in the game.
I mean, to be fair, it's a race situation currently. Witcher has a chance to do very well here, or even hold. But I think someone dies here. I think.
I think there's a good chance someone dies. This Phoenix is very important here for Witcher. There's no Four Eyes coming out from Atrocity. The Phoenix might just smurf.
Alright, a Needler still quite impressive against the Phoenix. We'll see.
Phoenix.
Oh, the Needler's on the core list.
Phoenix has survived the initial onslaught, now cleaning up on the right. Meanwhile, Inko, I mean, he is, of course, leaking. Phoenix still looking good. Inko leaks everything. Isolde holds. That comes back to that leak to no send. And they just die.
They just die.
They just die. But yeah, Isolde goes from being dead to holding the crucial wave here on wave 16. What a comeback for the lad.
I mean, when you have one strong wave and they send on the strong wave, then it's pretty good.
I still think he wouldn't have had a chance if it wasn't for the no-send leak of Inko, because it was literally 250 gold that he gained from that. Like,
I agree.
The giant octopus leaking on 1 HP is so devastating for Inko. It's such a big
It's
gold
basically
swing.
an extra coiler.
Yeah. That's how Isolde was able to add 800 value on 16. Like, he had no income, he had no value, and then out of nowhere he's able to pull off this miraculous hold. And,
but the miraculous hold was partially due to the chaos. Let's give props to chaos where it's due. He didn't have any answer to a 4-eye. Guess what? Always 16. Rolls the coreless.
yeah,
Deals with a 4-eye.
True. Chaos is fun and balanced indeed. We can both agree on that. But this, what a roller coaster of a game, Shadow. Like, Atrocity Isolde had a really good early game. They were in a really strong position. Then the game flipped on its head with that insane wave 11 hold from Inko's Haven Coiler build. And then they just weren't able to capitalize on the lead they generated from that wave. So some pretty good comeback play on the side of Atrocity and Isolde, getting a lot of value out of those wave 14 leaks. And yeah, that was enough for them to seal the deal here on wave 16, guaranteeing themselves a spot in the semi-finals tomorrow. So unfortunately, Witcher and Inko, they are now out of the competition. But look, I have to say, well played to those guys. Like, they were a dark horse coming into this competition, lowest seed in Division 1. They knocked out Adams and Fizzlebear. They came so close to knocking out Atrocity and Isolde here as well, and making themselves a spot in the semi-finals. So they should be proud of the way they performed, and I'd love to see them back in future Nova Cups as well.
Yeah, I gotta say props to Inko to make the build work on 11. Props to him. I still dislike it a lot because it has many weak waves. But yeah, I mean, good showing from Veteran and Co. Definitely.
Yeah, very good showing indeed. And that's all the games that we have for today, Shadow. We've had an absolute blast. The showing has been pretty impressive. We've seen very strong performance as always from Barnish Kieran, showing why they steamrolled their way to the semi-finals. And we've seen some pretty back and forth games from all the other teams as well. Go ahead.
Do you want to know something spectacular?
See?
Do you? Huh?
See? Yes, go ahead.
It's just that on the other side of the groups, we had Fine and Sagittarius go through, but do you know what is the second team to make it through?
Oh, tell me, is it King and Widder?
No, it is not.
It's not King and Widder. Okay, who is it? Joke?
Nope. It's Red Hoodie Man and Sulaguni.
Ah, okay, Red Hoodie and Sulaguni. So that's another new coming team then, right? So Red Hoodie and Sulaguni. I think Sulaguni has played before. I don't think Red Hoodie has.
But do you know why Red Hoodie won this game?
Go on,
do you know why Red Hoodie won?
I'm dying
because
to know.
He is aiming for the Legion TD2 hoodie to get his name.
But it's not red. It's not red, Shadow.
No, it's not red.
It's
I know,
not red.
but
It's actually a divine.
It's yellowish,
kind
but
of
their
yellow
team name
creamy
is
color.
Yellow Hoodie Man.
With like a yellow emboss pattern of the Legion logo and the lane design on the sleeves.
But that's their team name, Penny. That's their team name. Yellow Hoodie Man.
Oh, I see. They've gone for the yellow hoodie this time, mixing it up. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't try their absolute hardest when those hoodies are on the line for the teams making it to the final? Just in case anyone missed it, by the way, get yourselves to makeship.com. Exclamation point hoodie in the chat for details, because Shadow, this hoodie will only be on sale until the 12th of December. If you miss it, if you don't order it before then,
if you want it, well, guess what? You can't.
Yeah, you'll never get it again after the 12th. It'll be gone. Won't be sold anywhere apart from on eBay. So maybe just buy hundreds, and then after the 12th, they'll be so rare. Think of the resale value. You'll be able to. You'll make millions. Don't hold me accountable for that. Financial advice not provided on LTD2 stream.
So I think that for that reason you'll go for 16 hoodies now, right?
16, maybe 18, perhaps. Like I need to get those layered sizes for when the kids grow up. I don't know. At least 23. At least.
At least 23. Okay, you've heard it first. If you want to buy a hoodie, go see Penny after.
Shadow, thank you very much for joining me on the stream today. I've had an absolute blast. I hope the viewers have enjoyed the show as well. We've had some really fun games. All of the usual shout outs go to the tournament organisers, Schnerd, etc. behind the scenes, making sure things run smoothly. They put in a ton of work that some people don't even see, and without them we just wouldn't be able to host these tournaments at all. So massive shout out to those guys. Of course, Team Legion for sponsoring the tournament, for making the game, for keeping it fresh. It's been an absolute pleasure. And of course, all of the players for putting on a show, and the viewers as well. That's my last one. That's my list. I'm done.
Yeah, I want to also apologize for my technical issues. I'm gonna aim to getting a new computer for the next year for smoother casting. But I hope we were able to make it entertaining still, nonetheless. That was the goal. And for those who are worried about the drops, they continue tomorrow. So don't go anywhere. Tomorrow are the finals. Drops continues.
Oh, exciting. Very, very exciting. Okay then, guys. Well, until tomorrow, we hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure you're back because those semi-finals promise to be very entertaining indeed. And until then, we will love you and leave you. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.